Hey! Sorry about the last time, I don't know what the fuck happened. We got those drunk guys off the couch. So welcome back to Jartcast, featuring people who actually play this game.
Hi, I play game.
I play game.
I am muted, but I have a stuffy nose.
Oh wait, shit, yeah, I play this game, sure.
If I don't play Mario Kart.
Chat pause due to scroll. Stop that. Okay, so we got 9 submissions lined up, I think, so we can get right into things. First, chronologically, imagine liking video games, Jesus. First, chronologically, is Ivo.
Hey.
With a huge work in progress, apparently. Says, I abandoned this thing several tracks ago because it was a little awkward. I'm looking for feedback on what parts seem redeemable and what parts need to be reworked. No checkpoints, low detailing, no signage, and just do your a favor and turn on KMP respawn or death will be painful. Roger that.
Wow.
Somebody remind me to turn this off in the next one. And for our question of the week, I went for some Brain Max shit. Red Pill. You flawlessly drive world record lines while you're chased by the SPB, but you can never roll sneakers again. Blue Pill. All your Orbinauts always hit, but if you ever pick above 2 weight, you have a heart attack. Green Pill. Your main is in V2 bonus cares. Spoiler alert. I thought Blue Pill was strongest, but nobody fucking picked it because everybody's thirsting for their fucking OC and bonus cares.
Was that the second option?
I picked
I
no
want-
pill.
I want the blue pill, that sounds pretty base.
It's obviously the strongest, right? Like I had to stop myself from nerfing it in the question.
Get Orbeez out of my
green-
fucking
but-
timeline.
Tyrone, green pill is like legit just saying, here, you can have your character in bonus cares. Fucking.
But then you can just have someone put it on their server, and then you still have your OC. You lose.
Anyway.
You didn't gain anything.
Ivo is a green pill kind of person, looking for more badnik racers. For instance, Caterkiller. If Caterkiller makes it into base game, I am not gonna play this game anymore. Fuck that character, it's so visually busy. It's amazing, but fuck it.
It's like Combi the character.
Wong. Alright, let's see. Aquabatics. Whoa! Hey there. Alright, I missed rocket start. Good start. Wait. I don't like that.
Actually.
I really don't like that.
This is a shitpost.
I'm running.
Okay. Nice flex.
Where's the music?
So I think spectators only are gonna hear like drowning and then nothing.
Yeah, I think there's a Lua music change effect that's used to transition from the drowning music to
Ivo.
hydrosity range.
Ivo, that's gonna be kind of a cringe. I don't like that.
Alright.
That's one
So-
with the music.
Right now, I'm fucking speechless.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Points for theming right away, as usual. Whoa, what is... Ha. I'm surprised I navigated that blind. That was... I'm wondering what's down there if you drop to the lower path. If it's actually a low drop, or if you just fucking die.
Barclay, it's your favorite slopes!
Exclamation point, question mark?
Ooh, hello.
Oh my fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
Barkley, fix that shit.
Alt path through there. Whoa! Oh!
Bro, this is so fucking
Despite
good.
you
What the
doing
hell?
everything correctly, it does look like it's a little awkward. Like you're just kind of like doing things the right way.
Yeah, I can see very easily somebody like reacting a little bit slower or like having a little bit of input latency and getting flung into walls left, right, and center on this shit.
What the fuck
What?
is this?
So, here's your conceptual issue with that. I'm gonna need you to stop sound on all of those. They're amazingly loud. I actually... Whoa. Huh. I'm surprised you could get an area with this kind of scale in here. Wait, where does this end? Is this a sprint course? It's gotta be, right?
sound of those jaws.
It's
just reminds me
actually, yeah, okay. Whoa.
Yes!
Phantom item box.
Yes!
Holy shit!
All right. Ha. I'm actually shocked the renderer is still handling this.
This is what I wanted more out of your oil ocean. Look at all those slides.
I don't think I need to comment on that again. Where is? Oh, okay. That's Mad Blend.
The missile knows where it is at all times.
I thought it was done.
The song has an item box pop in it. I don't like that. That's very uncomfortable.
Oh, is it the same song that the other Hydrocity used?
Ooh, ooh.
Hey Ivo, what?
Oh wait, oh no, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong. You're actually going the wrong way.
No, I'm not.
That's the way you can do it.
It's a way you can do it, but that's not the way you can do it.
You didn't do it the way the map creator intended it to.
The finish line was right there. Why would you not do that? It's supposed to be a spiral? Okay.
Yeah, you were supposed to go straight forward, not to the right.
Why did the snipe sound like?
Am I accidentally broadcasting in 1440 again? This should be 720, right? Please tell me I didn't fuck it up again, somehow. So, lower path here.
Awesome.
I'm surprised to hear you say that this was, like, on the cutting room floor.
It's 720 right now, Tyrone.
Okay, good.
What does he mean by cutting room floor?
Meaning, like, he said, I abandoned this because it was awkward. I want to see what, like, needs to be scrapped from this.
I could see him saying it's awkward.
Yeah, there are spots for sure. I don't think,
right
like,
here,
this spring section doesn't feel like
to
it
the
fits
bottom.
together correctly.
And like, if you fell there, you luckily dodged those blocks. Imagine
Yeah,
falling in.
because I had air control
Keep
going in
that
and I
in.
knew what to
Please,
expect.
for the love of God, keep that in.
Yeah.
That right there.
I really enjoy this trend of fake V2 slopes. I hope this continues.
Hold on.
Is this mob scale?
It's gotta be, right? With the fucking room in the, with the third lap?
okay, I can tell you that it's immediately mob scale just because of the size of the dash pads. Like, this is
Because
either
I was
half
gonna
or at
say
least-
that might be part of why the Red Spring panels are feeling a little awkward because of the weird air control you have on them.
I think making the transition down there, all like memes aside, those jaws are a cute sequence, by the way. But maybe, oh, hello there.
That's off.
Those jaws are a cute set piece. But aside from the sound issues, I also feel like you could probably speed them up pretty dramatically, considering there's not really anything else going on in that
Okay,
section.
so
Plus, you have a path split.
I actually have a question for Ivo. Was this map conceptualized during 1.1?
Why do you ask that?
Because that would explain why the jaws are moving so slow. If he didn't account for that.
Yeah, these things are like barely fucking moving at all.
Since he wants to see what needs to be scrapped, like do another lap and we'll just point out things that are like really big issues. Because most of this is fine.
They're
Yeah,
stock
most
hell
of
right
them-
now. We have to fight them to get them to do that. This is just how fast they move if you stock shoot them. Yeah, I'd Lua recreate that object completely, honestly, since nothing about it has Jaws behavior anymore. It just has Jaws visuals. It seems like you'd have a way easier time that way.
Okay, go straight forward.
Okay, yeah, so this is supposed to be a spiral, but there's really nothing stopping me from just going completely rogue.
This
This
section.
last section just seems like you just were like, alright, I need to get this shit done now.
Yeah, it seems really wide open and empty, and there's like not a lot going on.
I mean,
Well,
if
the
you
entire
if
map
you
seems-
divest yourself from the visuals here, because the visuals down here really aren't that different from the visuals in the rest of the course.
The entire map has no visuals, really.
Yeah, it's
mean,
just
yeah.
walls for now. It's just
This
a
is
blocked
all-
out layout.
This is him wanting us, I think, to just focus on the... Alright, so... The intro is really good.
So obviously,
I like it.
this intro is a super cute set piece. It feels weird to me that there's, like, no substantial speed penalty at all for hitting the pillars. Like, it's basically nothing. Then again, control in that section is kind of weird, so maybe it's better that it's mostly visual.
I'll try to point out things that just stick out as, like, if...
That landing feels like it's mostly okay.
The weird part
This
here
is a weird transition.
You need to show players while they're falling down which way they need to go. I don't think the camera angle while you're falling down is enough.
Yeah,
Is
it
like,
doesn't
kinda
give you
showing
enough
the
space,
arrow?
and like
But,
this
like-
this opening is only visible once you're at ground level. There's nothing signposting its existence from up top. That's kind of a
Maybe,
visual
yeah.
flourish thing. If you just like make that entry big and fucking obvious from 20 miles up, I think it'll read just fine, but as is, most of the cues you have down here don't really work as you're falling down. And you land pretty far into here, honestly.
I would say, because of how it's set up, just put some arrows while you're falling down that are in midair pointing you to go left. And you'll probably move instantly.
Scenery as well, I think.
No. I second the scenery bit because sometimes like an arrow's something that's only going to be noticeable for a small bit of the portion of the road.
Wait,
Because it's a
alright,
fast
so-
drop. Plus, the arrows
alright,
don't tell
so-
you where the entrance is, they just give you a general idea of where to look.
At the start of this, just try your hardest to go to the bottom path and see what most of it. You've only seen the start of it, so like, well, how much of this is bottom path? Turn around. Like, is that? Okay, it starts
pretty
here.
early.
You can go behind that.
I mean, obviously.
All right, so you could just break those. I thought they would just block you. That's good.
Yeah,
They
it seems
do
like they're the
slow
same
down.
object as the stuff in the intro. And because you're kind of forced to be introduced to that in the intro, it's nice to, like... These don't feel breakable from, like, a I am familiar with Sonic perspective, but you're given enough time to be introduced to them that I think
would
it's a
say
reasonable
for this
stretch.
section- for this section, turn to your left. Make since someone could easily just fly off of this at the top into that wall, I would say just make it like kind of like start open and then like have a slope going into the left. If that makes any sense.
No, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
No. I actually agree. Like that bank slope would help with that sort of direction of gauge in that sense.
Yeah, it would just bring people into this turn.
This is hype,
great.
obviously.
Yeah, keep that, please.
The
Later-
the exit there seemed kind of awkward because I was outward drifting the entire time and still got an inside bonk. I'd like to be able to carry a blue through the apex. I'm not sure if that's like a way you can engineer the turn. But like I
What
was
he's
outward
doing-
drifting the whole time.
He's straight up just doing friction fuckery. So
It's
I
a
don't
friction
know
wind
how
slope, right?
I think so.
Ooh, lower path here? I actually missed that. How are you supposed to get here
Alright, so
in like an intended way? Because there's no way to transition to this lower
Okay.
path unless you basically fall and get bonked.
and you're gonna spend a long time falling, so go through it.
Yeah, I can definitely see. There's a lot of area down here that feels like it's traversable for no reason other than to, like, potentially confuse someone. Like, if I get knocked here and I'm facing, like, this direction, I'm gonna be like, okay, way forward is here. No? Okay, way forward. Let's assume for a moment that I'm playing on a low resolution or I'm in a software color map and I don't see the pulsing green. Okay, way forward's over here. Wait. What? What?
Well,
Oh
Question
no!
mark?
oh,
6F.
Uh-oh.
He told you to turn off.
Damn, that one's pretty good.
Oh no!
Stand by. whoever just said this is card MP being janky, we're back online, by the way. That's
Hi.
not how any of this works. Please stop slandering Lat. They work very hard, and I'm really tired. Anyway, we're back. And panicked once again.
Now you're just gonna have to speed run to that spot you were at.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, we have the chance to do a turn-by-turn of the lower path here as well. I thank you so fucking much for not putting springs or a dash panel at the edge of that. Letting jumps breathe a little bit and just, like, actually establish some natural flow. I feel like that's super underutilized, honestly.
I mean, it's the bread and butter of Sonic, you know?
Yeah.
You get terrain, you
Oh,
get
I
slopes.
see. Because when you approach from this direction, then, like, you're basically facing the way you should be going anyway. Although,
I think-
and with the super rough blocked visuals so far, by far the most, like, visually noisy and, like, eye-catching part of this little plaza area is the waterfalls.
So I wonder if you could probably place them above the,
It would also help to make the slope for the upper path just less slowly. Make it
Yeah.
shoot down maybe.
Alright, so... We got this again. Whoa, I'm dead. That was my... Wait. Oh, okay. I'm gonna assume this is intended to be kill plane territory. And that we're not just supposed to roam around on the seafloor here.
Look at the nice skybox. Wow. Skybox.
Well, I guarantee you KMP respawn's gonna put me back here until I respawn a second time. Oh,
We'll start
hey.
you at the very start of the map.
Yep. That's pretty neat. I don't
KMP
actually think I
reset?
turned it on.
I was gonna say, if it reset, then it probably, yeah, probably why.
Well, I turned it... Yeah, I did turn it back on, so I wonder why I didn't make a point there. Maybe it's all considered off-road, but with no off-road modifier or something. Somebody asked me about a pink background for the HUD elements. Yeah, in OpenGL, the black background glass color is bugged and looks a little bit more like white, so I just went for something that was relatively high contrast. So, as I've mentioned before, I'm a big sucker for, like, inside-outside scenery change type stuff. And so this map doing it about 500 times in the span of, like, one relay is pretty amazing. We've already kind of touched on, like, how the transition to the lower path is pretty awkward, and, like, it's extremely jarring to be placed into a section that's more technical than the upper path with no sight on it when you're already, like, adjusting for making a mistake. So widening that section and making it a little bit more forgiving to get back on your line is probably worth doing. See, that time... Yeah, that time I think if I had drifted out the entire time, I would have made it.
It's entirely possible.
So, is this how you're intended to transition?
No.
Clearly not. But anyway, we left off here, where the large amount of drivable area with nothing to do could create some path split confusion. This is really well hidden away. I actually like the number of path splits that are present here, although they're so prolonged that it makes me a little worried about player interaction, especially considering this is a sprint course. Like, if I keep rolling bananas here, I'm gonna be a little bit pissed. I think that's just kind of comes with the territory, though. And the crossover the slide there is pretty neat. So, sound... I regret having to stay in this area for long enough to touch on this, but this transition down to the ramp is weird. Go ahead, Barkley.
I think it will be good for the purple off-road to use it in an earlier section.
Sorry, I have to boost out of this room so people can hear you. Go ahead.
For that purple off-road, I think it would be a good idea to use it earlier in the map where you can like easily run into it and see that it's off-road. Because there, someone would just think, oh, that might just be a side path. Drive
Yeah,
down
because
there
we've
and not
already
realize it's off-road.
been. I mean, I think it stands out nicely. If I try to sneak into this room without triggering the Wrath of the Jaws here, so that's a very scary looking texture considering the palette that's been used in the course up to this point. I think it's reasonable to expect a player to think this is kind of scary, but it's also... Is that a recolor of the stone?
I think it is just like a
Yeah, so
purple
it...
Yeah, it is.
From a diegetic perspective, it looks like it's the same material, and so it should have the same properties. So I would also not begrudge someone not making the connection.
My mentality is just like using everything in the controlled environment before making players have to make like.
Yeah, for sure. You want to make sure that that's introduced in a place where they can't ignore it.
Like just have it on.
I'd like to add something to that, actually. So, like, with that in mind, the floor texture itself, I understand you're kind of going for that, like, for lack of a better term, like the floor itself kind of reads as though like it's a pool flooring, or some sort of like tiling, which fits the theme of the level. But I feel like it's a little bit too like visually noisy. Like I feel like you could benefit from not even that. No. I actually feel like you could just have this be a lighter tone because there's arguably way too many colors in the road texture itself, and I feel like you could increase the directioning. Like
yeah, I feel like it damages because you've gone to such trouble to like consistently border the track, which helps a lot for readability in flat sections. But then the messiness of the primary texture that's in use does make it a little bit difficult to clearly distinguish it from the from like track to border to wall is a tough thing to see when the track is this messy.
Yeah, I would actually use a brighter yellow even, like possibly.
Yeah, specifically for the border.
Maybe not even that, but like fine. Maybe even invert that actually. So do the yellow on the inside and then the sides be blue.
Ivo says, I need to Lua new ones. These are stock, calling literally the item jaws when it's thrown with no target. Yeah, I think the TLDR of this, as I understand it when I tried to repro some bump code bugs earlier, is that when a throwable item is created with like no target to set its initial speed, it just does that, where it goes nowhere. Anyway, regarding the this ramp transition feels super mean looking at it from this angle, because you can't see from here that there's a pretty large lead up that you're clearly intended to use to like drift store from. And so from here, all you can see is, okay, well there's somewhere I can transition onto this ramp and then back onto the main road, but it's not really obvious where it is. And so if you come up here and you're thinking, okay, I'll just drift sideways, holy fuck these draws, I'll just drift sideways off to this ramp, you're probably going in the drink or sliding over that, sliding over the little lead up portion here, because you don't really have a feel for how far away it is with regards to like depth perception. And then if you try to, even if you do correctly read it, this is a super weird transition to make, IMO. That's like, that feels crazy to drive, and you'd never do it for any reason other than, what am I fucking talking about? Other than to like dodge a mine on the main path or something.
Yeah.
I was gonna say style points, but that works as well.
I mean, style points are valid perfectly. This is mad blind. This is actually scary.
I didn't even notice there was side
Oh,
paths.
sick mob scale. Yeah!
Yep. That confirms it.
Yeah, so like,
There doesn't seem to be
you don't have
a
enough time to
path.
make a choice on this path split. By the time you see it, you're committed here. And you're committed
at
here, and it
off-road.
turns out to be off-road. Oh, and then you can't even like back out because it's sloped off-road.
Well, to be fair, you can just keep going and it will like get you across. It just won't get you.
It will, but it feels super unfair for like, this is downward sloped off-road that like actually has no visual, but this far back, you have about 1 pixel of the off-road visible on 1440p. There's no way anyone's going to see the queue from this far back, but you see the dash panels. Fast routes here, bro.
Imagine if you used a shoe right here.
I would definitely.
And it just runs out. No! No! I mean, that's.
Those
that's
path
kinda
splits,
hard.
but it's still
honestly...
Yeah.
And the path splits are pretty long, so like I can understand, like if that center path weren't off-road, the path splits to the left and right would be completely without any purpose. So I think it should stay like that, but I think you should probably slope that in the opposite direction. Make that super visible. Slope that straight up, so it's like, don't fucking come here from a mile away.
Yeah.
I feel like this would probably benefit from being banked, because from your natural landing point from either path, I think, it's a little bit tough to see how wide the road is at like the middle of this S-bend. You're not really sure what your margin of error is, and so it's kind of strange to set up a line. It's like, oh no, what the fuck? Oh god. I just barely didn't fall off there, while staring at it the entire time.
All right, so right here, I don't really get how you had an earlier section where you like transitioned pretty well, and then here you lose all your speed.
Yeah, it's actually it's these don't behave like the earlier slide at all. Seems kind of
right
strange
here,
to me.
Insane, but then boom, that one's better. So I
It's
would just
okay.
change that.
So like, part of me has every reason to believe it is literally just because of the way that that's set up, because it ends in a very, very flat section.
Yeah.
Like, it's
God, that fucking item box noise is getting me every time. That's gotta go. Loop it or something. Loop around that, please God. Use any other sound, do an edit yourself. The item box sound is gameplay relevant information that's giving players a false cue. If I hear that as I'm like, after I've gone through a set with someone trailing me, that's gonna give me information that they like decided to cycle and pick something up, and so I think they're safe while they're in roulette, and then I eat an Orby in the back because they were actually holding the entire time. You can't use sound cues like that.
Just scream into a mic and make it that.
Yeah, just hard cut the entire thing with "Oh!"
Yeah.
Haha loud.
Yeah.
Weird kind of like the flat blind split here, like you did this right in Splashdown, where like it was sloped and appropriately signposted so that you knew not to barrel straight down the middle. This feels a little bit more bare bones.
Okay, never mind. That's the death, but don't go in that.
See, this one is fine because you get the lead up from higher up. From the higher vantage, you can clearly see, all right, hazards here, in a way that you wouldn't be able to see if you were level with it. Where like the majority of this just looks like wall. So like you already know how to do that correctly, so just do it for the first as well as the second. We're suddenly introducing off-road into the S-turns here, right before transitioning to a new floor texture. And this floor texture is maybe a problem for this section. I feel like clarity suffers dramatically here. I'm like kind of instinctually scared of this.
You had this for the entire track, and then you were like, hold on. Not right here, though.
Well, I
think it's appropriate to use a visual switch up for the final sequence. It's just that like it needs to not be the same color as the walls. And I know these are blocked visuals and probably subject to like this isn't even remotely done tier, but it's still worth touching on.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I'm pretty sure this final section was very like work in progress.
I was gonna say like this. Nothing about this seems like it was intended.
Yeah, this is just GFZ rock, but you already had the correct wall texture.
Essentially, yeah.
So, maybe I'm insane. People were instantly like, wow, that's a spiral, that's not how you're supposed to do that. But this reads to me like a way more obvious continuation than whatever the fuck is going on over here. Especially considering that as you approach, your eye is not really drawn to like... I actually don't think you have very much time to see the forward path at all.
I was going to say the same thing.
So, in this section in particular, I would actually slope this kind of area down so that when you're actually... Okay, you go back a little bit, because I want to actually demonstrate.
Sure thing. Do you like the entry?
Yeah. So, like, when you're actually entering this section, you will actually have clear line of sight and see, oh, that's actually sloping downward, so I can expect to be making a right turn into a left turn, and then continue the spiral from there.
Yeah, because that's what's been blocked. It's like, if I'm going off just the visual information I have on entry, the path to the left side of my screen looks like somebody took a lower route that I didn't see. Like, it's a path split that I don't have access to at the moment.
In all honesty, I'm surprised you didn't just make it a bunch of slides that make a square with the last one shooting you into the finish.
The finisher. The lava reef special.
Hell yeah, I do that for all my maps now. I have brain damage.
The last two turns of Blizzard Peaks literally just being ice physics go brr.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
So yeah, the spiral, you're given your eye is drawn to this eventual exit way before it's drawn to, like, the actual intended continuation here. Plus, like, you probably shouldn't be able to do this. I mean, like, and you probably won't be able to once this is actually... Hold on, let me load my jartcast config.
I don't really think there's an issue with them being fun and scripted either. Because they're not really scripted. You can get hit in those slides.
Those slides have been used, like, a lot, though, in this course. Like, I think a final slide is definitely a suitable replacement for the straight to the finish. But I think a little bit of driving going into it is probably fine, considering we've already had 2 pretty dramatic sequences involving the slides. You've already used your slide set piece. You've got like the 3 slides in the like the sloped S.
My defense to that is that Hydrosity is like 90% slides.
It actually is.
That's
the
true.
original level is incredibly automated.
You're right though
That's
that
not
it might be boring.
I'm gonna need the incredibly slow, like, climbing pulley sequence.
Yeah,
with the fans and the spikes everywhere.
I would say, like, cut most of this. Just make it like a spiral turn into like the final water slide.
I'm gonna need that one spot from like the middle of Act 1 where you launch off a ramp straight up into like the fucking 8-ring rectangle and then down back onto the bridge. Just straight up.
They're trying to figure out how to say Hydrosity. Oh my
God, don't start.
Hydro City is correct, but Hydrosity is more fun. There.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You did it! Whee! So yeah, I think that's about, like, this is clearly in a really rough, blocked out state for the most part, and so I don't want to dwell too long on, like, issues that I know you're probably, like, you already know what you want to do for a given area, but there's honestly enough here that I feel like you might be being too hard on yourself when using language like, what parts seem redeemable. Most of this is worth keeping.
This map has a lot of potential, and you should just polish it up and give it a release.
I was gonna say, don't like, scrap it entirely. You have a lot of good ideas here, and the layout is pretty solid.
I don't think you should put yourself down because of how janky this map is in certain spots. Janky
Did a Steam download just start? Why am I suddenly dropping so many frames?
And
you gotta
not
control
to mention, it's at a point in time where, like, it's still under development, so you can
Sorry
expect
about the
that sort of stuff, you know?
I've already got people
fucking
pinging
noises.
me with jank on Lava Reef, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude, keep bonking those walls.
Okay, looks like my internet's back to normal. Don't know what the fuck was that was about. But yeah, if anybody has anything to say before we move on, hit me.
One last thing.
Dude 64, you are mad quiet. Let me take you up a little bit. Yeah, I've got you at 200 actually, and you're still extremely low.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
You are far away from your mic.
You're still basically inaudible, sorry. Closer by inches, but you're still about a mile out.
I hear him fine.
I don't.
I hear you.
Let me just put this right up to my mouth.
There we go, perfect.
Okay.
Belt
so I came in pretty late, but I mainly just joined in to talk about the Jaws thing. So I'm kind of missing some context here. So this is literally like a Jaws that's already been fired that just doesn't have a target, is what I'm hearing correctly?
Yeah, I actually don't think it's not that it doesn't have a target, it's that it doesn't have a parent. It doesn't have a moving object set as its tracer when it's spawned. So it doesn't like have a starting velocity.
How items work, like in terms from like a modding perspective, but what I would have done in this situation is to not actually use that Jaws object at all, and to recreate something that looks like it but isn't literally that.
Yeah, Ivo has said that most of this is Ivo willing to use actual Lua, and that it will probably be a Lua recreation going forward.
I would probably not even really use Lua that much. I would start with Sock first, but that's probably because I've been using Sock for a long time.
Yeah. So how would you do it from that perspective? Because I'm a scripter more than a mapper.
So that when you see that Jaws, you wouldn't actually think it's the normal Jaws and treat it as its own separate thing. First off, I wouldn't even make it blue. I would actually try to make it a different color, just so when they see it, they know, oh, it's not a player Jaws, it is a
Well, they are also the size of buildings, so I don't know if a player draws confusion.
if you're gonna
I
be
think
able
the
to
color
do
is
that,
probably
you
worthwhile, but I don't think it's a huge concern for conveyance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I would still try to do something to separate, like make it kind of greenish color, like I see
For sure.
green.
Make it scary
And maybe
looking.
something, like try to do something different with it, just to give it like more visual distinction. And also, totally, the sound thing would have to be like, I'm not even sure. Like, well, first off, if it makes sound, it would have to be something quieter, and it would probably have to start. It would probably have to have like a semi-random starting sound of some sort, so that it's not all repeating the exact same sound for every single Jaws at every single time, because then all the sounds stack up together and it just sounds like a.
Well, it sounds exactly like what we heard.
Yeah. That's
Missing
mainly
the
where I just came in.
This is your opportunity to stamp fucking Motobug war paint on the side of a Jaws and start firing those instead.
Soup Bowler brought up a really good point that I would like to highlight
Go ahead.
very quickly here. I'm gonna keep it brief because I know we might be pressed.
Because we're 43 minutes in and we're on the first map. Woo!
Yeah, but okay. So Soup Bowler actually suggested that you try and mix this in with visuals from another zone, and I feel like I like that idea on paper, and I feel like you could possibly reutilize some elements from the Wave Dimension, like a lot of the like Roman architecture sort of look, and like
Yeah.
tie that into the Hydro City theming. Like obviously make it more visually, consistent with Hydro City, but still like in order to keep that sort of set piece,
I don't really think
those
it's an
set
issue with
pieces
that.
to help like give the map a bit more visual flair.
Because
I
Mania
would
does
say
that with
it
their
really
levels.
depends on how much you want it to be. Like, how hard in do you want to be on Hydro City or Hydrocity or whatever, or how much you're willing to branch off and be like, it's not quite Hydrocity, it's got its own thing going. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
do you want it to be pure Hydrocity, or do you want to be a little more than just Hydro City?
You bust through a wall and suddenly it's Labyrinth Zone, and it's that goddamn jump that in the Game Boy version
joke
sends you
about that.
straight into spikes.
Don't do that.
Alright,
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
next up. We got a submission from Professor Renderer, who... This is a really good combination of words. It might be ready for release. Acknowledging fallibility. I appreciate that. Alright, so, yeah, so this is probably Beach whatever the hell again. Because Foff bug after the water slide if you turn around. And placeholder announcer clip again. And regarding our question of the week, Renderer is... God, that fucking item box noise! Renderer is a red pill type of person, so you flawlessly drive world record lines while chased by the SPB, but you can never roll sneakers again.
Fucking V1.
For added hype, add dynamic music. There we
Nice.
go. Legit, SPB attack exists for a reason. It does, and that reason was me being bored. Alright. Whoa, hello, unknown thing types. That is a ton of fucking... Jesus.
I don't see him.
A ton of Jesus.
Yeah, I don't see him. Ooh, new signage.
Whoa. Hey there.
I kind of like the new signage. Kind of pops more.
It does, but I'm worried about it being used in...
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, that
I need to
got...
see how it's used in later sections.
Let him do a lap.
It's still there.
I mean, it's never going away. Whoa.
It's gone!
This turn
Okay.
is just not here anymore. Okay.
I mean, I appreciate it because the turn's kind of janky.
Yeah, play it simple. I respect that.
No, you don't get forced to the
Hey, that looks way more natural. I saw you struggling a lot with that in Custom Racer, so I'm glad you figured it out. That's a substantial improvement.
You mean custom
Races?
courses? Custom courses?
Don't worry about it.
I have brain damage. I actually saw it on the Jartcast server showcase channel, but hey.
Nice.
I am a little sad to see some of the layout complexity go, but this is totally like... This theming totally supports the idea of a simple, cozy course.
I mean, the music's beginner.
Woo! Okay, that was dumb. I shouldn't have oohed that, but that was kind of cool.
I kind of expected that center spot to be off-road since, you know, it's grass, so...
Yeah. But I mean, you're also not not originally intended to kind of like get up there.
Hey, despite the simplicity, like it looks like there's a lot of straights on the mini map, but you're keeping your speed through most of this. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like I'm ever, like, sitting on my hands waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a completely reasonable 2 minutes of racing.
Alright.
No.
Simple, sweet, to the point.
Time to put on the magnifying glasses.
Nah.
So,
mean,
there's
Time to bonk
also-
every
the
single
only
wall
thing I
individually
really
and then
think
complain.
I'm having issue with right now is that big jump. After you do that, there's speed boosters, but because it's one of those fixed, because there's speed panels when you go land from the jump, but you're always going over them. But there's a speed booster before that sends you at a fixed speed that always skips over them. So
Yeah, I'm wondering if
like,
those are intended to be... The boosters on the landing portion of that, I'm wondering if they're, like, specifically for Shrink or Grow.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because they come after the jump, so like, if it wasn't for the fact that your speed is always fixed before you do that jump.
Oh, hello. That still spites me.
It almost feels like you're being punched somehow, but it's like no, because there's a fixed speed right there. So I'm kind of wondering what the point of having the boosters there is. It feels like
It might just be to like catch people who get hit.
Yeah.
Or
Can you really take that at just hard speed, max
Like,
speed, no
you get
drift
hit,
required?
then-
Yeah, that actually seems a
yeah.
little sketch. Not gonna lie.
See, 'cause then we're back to this area not feeling relevant at all anymore.
I mean, it's not that bad. I think it's fine.
I think whatever they used for the floor, whatever the sand texture is, it's really distracting.
It feels like I'm looking at one color, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, have you looked at sand?
Like not intentionally, like 3-color drivers. It feels like it could use a little something.
I
Right
actually
here.
agree. I think it's actually simple enough to where it's.
Are you gonna talk about the
necessarily-
items room?
I'm wondering if it would
Whoa.
be not too distracting.
Actually, go back. I wasn't even gonna point that out, but hold on.
Like along the beach, just like not like making it like
Yeah,
off-road
it is kind of.
like a
Yeah,
little,
this is...
put like a little something into these without it being like a problem or something.
I feel bad because I'm accidentally talking over you because at 200% you're still very quiet.
So I do not know.
Should we temporarily enable priority speaker?
Priority speaker won't make dude any louder. It'll just make the rest of us
Yeah.
quieter.
Okay.
Do you have something to say about this?
Well, yeah, I wasn't going to initially, but I think this does kind of block the way forward a bit, especially from this position. Like, you
Yeah,
can't really
this
see where
is
the
like,
fire
so you got a U-turn sign, but if you miss that, and I mean like, who's looking at the U-turn sign when you got that gigantic shrubbery Sonic over there? Beautiful boy.
Move the items to where Tyrone's at right now, because they completely block all the brown that
Yeah.
starts up the turn.
Yeah. But what-
Aha,
what I
so
was
there's some of
actually
the
gonna
unknown
point out-
things.
Yeah. Also, something I don't know if they got brought up or not, but the
Yeah.
broken skybox is fucking fixed.
Yeah, thank God.
That's a good skybox.
But what I was actually going to point out was,
If I turn around again.
let's check. I'm like curious to see if the Sony thing
Ah,
has
God.
changed
Every
anything.
time?
Every time.
Every time.
Water and water
What's
and water.
the
And
I
water.
Sonic
swear to
thing?
God.
It's...
Wait, Martin, have you not seen this?
No. What? Water.
Still the same.
Wait,
Yeah,
go
okay,
back in
cool.
there. I want to see the texture.
No, you don't have to.
Oh. You. Yeah, just jump up there. Yeah. What is that?
It's
Oh, it's
water
that-
and water.
Water and water and water, 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 water.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, now you can die.
Now
Die.
you can die.
Just
Now
die.
you can.
There you go.
You have my friend. Oh! Oh!
Thank you, Martin.
I mean, it's okay. Because next time I die, I'll go back to... What?
You are now in the hell.
There we go.
Tyrone is once again in prison.
Just because that should... Like... That's a problem that KMP Respawn can recover from, but I don't want to accidentally tell somebody their respawn is shit when it's a KMP they haven't accounted for.
How much did they say the visuals are done?
This is apparently being considered for release, so...
I would say at least for the underwater section, it just looks like flatness. But, like, I don't know, just a few spires.
I feel like we have gone back and forth on whether this section is relevant or not.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine.
I think it's probably alright, but it does leave me with kind of a weird feeling where, like, I feel like as a sight reader, I feel like I'd be directed away from the main, like, the obvious fastest path, because why would this entire area exist if I could just drive straight off the ramp and get away with it? Like, I'd be afraid to do that. Justifiably so, I think.
Aside from either A, removing that thing entirely, or B, pushing it back far enough to where, like, you're kind of forced to turn. I mean, I don't know.
So yeah, Barkley, you said something about the visuals in the underwater section here. You want to expand on that?
It's just flat and boring. There's like nothing here at this section. There's nothing. I expected like maybe some spires of rock, maybe like an island or two.
Actually, that would be good for directioning because the spires would actually.
Like imagine like a little
guide
island
you.
in the middle of that, on the inside of that turn.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, or maybe something even on the surface of water that you're driving under.
It's probably more of a nitpick than anything, but it just seems like this is a very empty section.
So
Yeah.
this is more like visual critique than I feel like. If this is outside of your realm of possibility and you don't want to like FOF stack because nobody fucking wants to FOF stack, but I would personally like try and create some sort of like underwater arches to help direction the player towards the turn. Some sort of like actual physical landmarks to help guide the player.
Yeah,
Because
legit.
Looking at this set of items not only obscuring the turn, but also having no signage here is a little concerning.
This corner is crying out like, raise me, banked turn, please. Hell, maybe dip out of the water for a second. Since it's like already kind of weirdly shallow here. But yeah, I
that's
think
why-
like
okay,
I have
no,
seen
no, I
released
understand.
maps that I didn't second guess at all with worse visuals than this. So
Yeah.
if it's like if it's beyond your like current level of fucks given or spoons remaining, I'd say absolutely don't worry about it. But this does seem like free real estate.
I would say that a map being a little kind of bland is better than a lot of maps I've seen go through judging. I can tell you that much.
Also, once you release it, you can always just make edits. Be like, I want this to look like that. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, and then have hosts yell at you because for some reason they don't understand that content being better is better for their server. Smiley face.
The sign's moving.
Yep,
There.
the sign's fucked up.
I love moving signposts. It's stupid shit, but it makes me smile every time.
It's like doing the moonwalk.
But yeah, this has been through a couple times, so I don't really have a lot more to say about it. I think, like, in its current state, this is probably good to go. Remaining stuff is kind of like nitpicky optional stuff, but this is a perfectly drivable and perfectly
A lot
serviceable
of-
course.
I would say for like mapping, nitpicky stuff is good for like once you release it and you have people nitpicky. You can like pick which ones you want to change, which one you're like, nah, I don't. I'd rather keep it how it is.
Yeah, because after you release, you know, it becomes, V1 is actually just the most awful testing period of all time. Source, every single time I put a new feature into host mod and it breaks for like a day.
Then everyone complains to you about what's
That's why I've started fucking testing all of my script updates on my own servers for a week before they go live. And everyone complains, when are you gonna release the Discord bridge? Shut!
It could be worse. You could be getting pings about Obsidian Oasis every week, and I'm like,
Shinji, why is Shuffle Square in hell?
hey, not my problem.
Right.
Shut what? Shut the door behind you when you fucking leave.
No.
Anyway, next up, Soup Bowler, who is apparently mob scaled an old submission, and I swear to God the name is on the tip of my tongue, but I'll keep doing this over and over again. Notes some unfinished sprites. The objects have functionality though. Shoutouts to Inchworm Lover 842. Oh yeah, I know what this is. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think it sounds familiar.
And a very rules lawyery answer to our question of the week. Green Pill, your main is in V2 bonus cares. You never specified if my secondary mains are in V2, so I should be fine, and even if that weren't the case, I can just use someone else. See, this is like the people who answered the Desert Island question with a plane to get off.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Give me
It's like just a complete refusal to engage with the spirit of the question, which is itself an answer that I'm satisfied with, I think.
To be fair, I've always liked that with these desert island questions.
Yes!
Why would I not get the thing to get me off the island?
I never raced on this. Did you?
I don't know.
Did he not
Some
release
days,
this?
desert island shit seems like, alright, I don't have to fucking deal with people anymore, let's go.
Oh my god, now the worms are there.
I just noticed. I
Whoa,
just noticed
whoa,
the mini-map. The mini-map is done.
The mini-map is mad cute, but this is super, like, the exit to that spiral
back,
still feels
go
super
back.
not okay. What's up?
There they fucking are! Yep, the string worms.
Shenji.
Holy
Holy shit, they're just worms.
Here comes the special boy!
They're just worms. Look at my big boy.
So let this be a
wormy.
lesson
I love
to aspiring mappers everywhere.
Let's put worms in
Theming
that.
is like 85% of the work.
Hey Runa, would you say those little things wormed their way into your heart?
Are you just trying
Get
to
his
get
ass.
picks from each one?
Get his ass.
Yeah, I don't want
wrong
to deal
with
with that
you?
shit.
Actually,
Somebody else.
no, don't get his ass. Stop rewarding this with attention.
Yeah, jokes like this make me worm.
Yeah, just ignore it and it'll go away, you know?
You're right.
I'm disappointed in you.
Subtitle, Porter began his existential crisis that day.
I'm sorry.
It only
No, you're
began
not.
now?
So we've touched on this before, and just like before, I still love the theming and music choice here. And I think overall it's a super cozy layout. That spiral exit still seems incredibly abrupt. Oh yeah, because...
Yeah, that turn looked a lot better.
Yeah, the upper path
Spiral.
version was like way more tolerable, and I think the landing in that little dish area there has also been improved a bit.
Overall, though, yeah, I like this layout. This looks fun.
Yeah, I think the
Has
mob
he not
scales helped it out a little
released
bit. I think it just a little bit of room to breathe did some of the more technical turns some wonders.
Is this not released?
Nah.
Okay, so he did put this on a different jartcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay.
It was a while back.
worm.
I think like several
good.
episodes back to
He vibing.
you do be vibing though.
We did vibing.
Yeah, I think what's insidious about this, I think, is that, like, depending on your spark rate, you're probably gonna release your MT around here, which is exactly like the point where you're now moving at speed and have to quickly parse, like, an extremely abrupt exit. Either earlier sight or a longer,
Seems
longer
like,
time before you hit the wall. Seems kind
Seems
of
like once
required.
you do it once, it's kind of not really that bad. But
Yeah,
it's
but
always
this is
an
a
issue.
3-lapper, so I'm not gonna be as hard. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be as lenient as I would be of like a blind turn on a 5-lapper, where it's just like, okay, I'll have 4 more chances to do that correctly.
Yeah. Ooh, you wanted that rainbow.
Ah, I did. Weather sunny. I want that
Yep.
sign to change in the encore.
It does.
Yeah, I thought it did.
You don't remember?
Yeah, remember it does. It
I
did
remember the
old-
version of this where that sign was a jartcast sign.
I mean, yeah, but then when it reversed, like when you did encore, it had the little worm, like where
It was
Hold on.
raining.
Go back.
All right.
I don't. No. Turn right. Yeah. I don't understand why that gap is there. The gap to the left.
Yeah, I don't really see a potential misparse here, but this really does seem like it's just because this was the shape the wall was required to be, to like have the set piece make sense, the fucking spiral turn around the tree. That could probably be closed up with like really no harm to
I know there was I know it's the other turn where you were like going up the spiral instead of going down. I think a misparse would have been a lot easier to make there. But
Soup says he just doesn't want to make another FOI.
Okay, that's legit.
understandable.
No, if things are too technically
I
annoying to
respect
do,
that.
if
No,
things are too
yeah.
technically annoying to do, you almost always get a free pass from me because, in the immortal words of our Lord and Savior Barclay the God, I've never made a map.
Oh yes, yes.
Okay, not if you say it like that though.
So does that mean I get a free pass on shuffle, like all the time?
Well, I mean, you moved it to hell, so it's now eternal free pass forever. You can just be
I'm
like,
sorry.
it's a hell
Wait,
no.
hold on. I'm sorry. He did what?
I
Did
moved
Wolf
it to
just
hell
sub to
because
me
there's
with the words,
actually-
have you ever?
I'll go into detail after Jartcast. This is not a story for right now.
Did you put it in hell because it's hellishly good?
Barkley, see you're taking notes from Porter.
Yes.
If a shark asks, will you ever make a map, though? I'm so fucking busy. I want to participate in L-Dog's mapping competition, which, by the way, you should enter, but I don't think I have the time to learn Zone Builder while I'm also trying to write a fucking Discord bridge for this godforsaken game. By the way, u.cc/jartcast, u.cc/discord. There's like 3 different URLs that all go to the same place. Go try that shit out.
I mean, I think people will help you out if you wanted to make one.
Don't worry, Porter. We also love you for your bad taste.
Thanks. Fucking appreciate it,
But
Ty.
yeah, it's... I feel bad for skipping through this so quickly, but it seems like it hasn't received many alterations from last time besides the mob scale. And honestly, everything that's here is pretty chill except for that spiral exit. I feel like this is almost good to go.
I'd say it is good to go. What's the big issues outside of the little tree thing? That
The spiral exit from the lower path seems super abrupt for me. Like, crazy abrupt.
I think the biggest problem is you see the arrows too late. Do something about that and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, anyone else? Because I remember, like, last time I remember playing this, I also remember having some issues with this dish area, but it read pretty easily to me this time.
I think it's because last time it was all grass and not like...
Oh, yeah,
Last time the item box was also covering it, too.
Yeah.
It was also covering the entrance, I mean.
I like worms.
Worms are good.
They're cute. They're friends.
Worm's good. Tell Yoshi bedtime story now.
Unless we play the Worms video game, in which case Worms want you dead.
Soup, thank you for making a track based off the inchworms.
Close enough.
These specific inchworms. I forget what they're called.
They're the Beanie Baby inchworms.
The Beanie Baby inchworms. Thank you for making a track based off of these.
Also, Tyrone, make sure to check out the Encore palette or unless we're waiting.
Well, we'll do it in that games.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Alright, so, our next submission is from... Okay, how the fuck do you pronounce the Zelda chicken?
Kaku?
Kaku? Is that... It's a sequence of carrot cuckoo?
It's either Kaku or Cuckoo.
Kaku?
No, it's Kaku.
Kaku.
I've always said cuckoo or cuckoo.
I believe they
How?
pronounce it in Hyrule Warriors.
no, what have I started?
We were talking about fucking Hydro City earlier. This is just round 2, okay?
I'm pretty sure it's Kaku.
Anyway,
I'm going fucking Kaku.
so... looking for feedback on timing and difficulty on cycle hazards if a certain S-turn is readable enough. There's some weird errors, possible graphical issues / frame rate. And they're a red pill kind of person, because then I won't boost myself into walls / off cliffs anymore. They also wrote an incredibly long answer to last week's question, presumably because they missed it. Has anyone in the world played Snowboard Kids 2?
I have.
Oh yeah.
I
Good
have like
game.
once.
The snowman item, a fast bouncy projectile that when it hits an opponent turns them into a snowman. To get out they have to wiggle or wait for a certain length of time.
Oh my god. That sounds like it'd be deadly.
It just hits you with the fucking frozen production ice block status.
Literally,
That's actually tight.
Yes. So long as they don't add like the little paraglider item, I'm good.
So thanks for ruining V2. Let's see your map.
Finally, Pans and SRB2 card.
Binding of Isaac, huh? The Binding of SRB.
That got you harder than they should. Are you okay?
Why is this so fucking funny to me? It's like when people write shit in the Undertale font.
Okay.
Shit, you're right.
Is that shit on the minimap?
Yeah.
Move around a
Yep,
bit.
that's him.
Okay. It's him! Splat's him!
What?
Wow, Bible Thump is in the game.
Wow.
The cathedral.
It's Sad Boy.
Bible thump.
want to immediately say I
All
really
right.
like the
Whoa.
What
That's an interesting set piece.
Whoa.
What the okay.
fuck?
So we got a lot of interesting
Actual-
custom enemy shit going on.
Actual boss fight.
Oh, the glove chair, yeah. I see it now.
I parsed those dash panels as a hazard for a second. What the fuck?
Oh my
You're
god, bullet hell.
kidding.
Oh my god, we got Don Maku and Kart?
Are we playing Toho? What are you doing?
I
Bro, we're
don't
playing
feel
on
like
Pro.
those are reasonably dodgeable with the physics system that I have in place for controlling a character. Also, that was stupid of me. But like, that's so fucking neat.
Yeah, I really like this idea.
You better not go into phase 2 on the way back.
Already from seeing what
okay.
I've seen, you need to make those projectiles stand out more. Because they seem kind of see-through. Like, stop for a second, look at the projectile.
You slipped on piss.
Yeah.
Is it even gonna do anything? Is it just for the first lap? Okay, I guess.
Maybe I missed a trigger or something.
That
yeah,
or
like
like-
projectiles
Nah,
seem
see, he's
kinda
tired.
do-
Okay,
Make
this
it stand
turn I
up.
completely misparsed this because of the I think
fog.
partly because of the electric batteries kind of like
Batteries.
obscure visibility
These
on the
legit
road.
read as hazards to me.
Yeah.
As someone who's
for a
not
bit.
familiar with the source
I would
material.
rather have them on the. I'd rather have them as a floor texture. You know, like if you want to keep the reference, which I appreciate, because you know, like that's
Why?
that's
This
supposed
is
to, the
also-
batteries are supposed to represent charge for your special weapons.
What
so.
are these item placements? Why is like the middle?
Yeah, this
set
isn't
nothing?
quite a boost versus item trade-off, but it seems like a very easy to miss set.
Yeah. Because if you take the left or right ones, you don't have to turn or do anything to get them, but the middle one you have to like drift into it. It's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a problem necessarily. I think like some minor incentive to route out is kind of interesting.
Are
I'd
those,
wait to
like,
feel that out in
unique
net
dash
games
panels?
before I blow it up, honestly.
What did you say, Barkley?
Those are unique dash panels.
I appreciate the multi-layer signage here.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like yeah,
gotta
more
give 'em-
fitting.
What?
Huh. So
How
this
far
is
Oh,
is
it's
also...
that?
like yeah, it's like one of the little beggars.
Oh my god, movie Sonic! Oh! Ooh, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm way behind on the stream.
Oh, you're in the
guys. I'm
devil
only
room.
just now.
Interdasting.
Secret to everybody. Oh.
Oh, you can't
Okay.
even pick
Well.
the trophy.
So, yeah, you the intended you slide in through here. That's pretty neat. Wait.
Lock.
Lock. You have to unlock a character.
Oh, I get it. You die at the devil because you don't have any hearts to give.
I don't never had a heart.
You never had a heart.
Is that actually a thing?
If this
Yeah.
is some incredibly involved mechanic,
Yeah,
I don't
like-
know what the fuck to think.
Yeah, like in Isaac, if you don't have any hearts to give to the devil, he
Yeah,
just
because it's
kills
a health
you.
trade
Take
type
an
deal,
item.
right?
Like, look at this shit. How are
Yeah.
you supposed to parse this?
Yeah,
You're,
like,
you're not really
alright,
given
let me-
any introduction to
okay,
this
let
as a
me talk about
potential
this
hazard.
projectile guy, because I understand what you're doing here, but if you're gonna have this, first off, you're gonna have to make the projectiles way more visible, and second, you're gonna have to make them a little slower. I would, to me, what I would
At,
do
at,
is,
at this
in
speed,
addition
they
to
would.
making the
whoa.
projectiles bigger and making it so they're always full bright and easy to see, I would think you would probably have to add some kind of trail to it. So if, like when it's doing the line shot, that's fine because you're seeing multiple projectiles going in a line at once. But when
Yeah.
it's doing the spread shot, maybe there's like you can add like a smaller object that is itself a projectile but gives more visibility to the shot. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm wondering if that's such a good idea because I don't want it to actually confuse the player into thinking.
Also,
that
the presentation of
all
this
shots are
hazard is
also
pretty cool.
projectiles. And yeah,
This-
I really appreciate that you have like the blow and Isaac in here, like because it's supposed to represent both floors. So you got like a mid boss there and then Isaac over there.
Okay, so these are purely
So
decorative,
I am
no joke
curious if
potential.
this map actually has an encore palette because I think I know exactly who's going to be there for the encore palette.
Well, we're gonna save that for next game.
The cathedral doesn't have
Huh.
so
Yeah, maybe.
I wonder
not,
if there's more to
It's
that
pretty
room than
obvious
just.
when it's the encore palette.
probably make it the same.
This is a very.
And yeah, there's the angel.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a pretty nice detail.
The game
Oh
over
my
screen.
god.
Oh yeah.
That's cute. I like
Got
that.
killed by Eggman.
Oh, Yeah, you
Get
got
in the
killed by
box.
this thing, ugly.
Get in the box. All right, now searching out boxes to get into. Thanks, Chief.
You're in the box.
Huh, but yeah, I think the combination of the low to the ground fog and a largely flat layout in some of these areas is a little bit intimidating when trying to sight read turns, especially with some pretty aggressive fog and an overall dark color map. Or like, not a color map, but just overall dark area.
Yeah. I can imagine this sector.
Oh,
right
those
is
are
super,
solid. That's... Woo!
That...
Yeah.
Okay, because
I think
that's
this might
mandatory,
actually be
that's-
okay. I'm not gonna shoot it down just yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it
I
down. But
think
as long
it's-
as as long as there's like it's not doesn't get into a situation where it's kind of like you get stuck, then I think it's fine.
Why are you trying to steal donations?
He doesn't have.
Why,
any
why,
bombs.
why you gotta assume that I'm trying to steal? Well, maybe I'm trying to donate.
Yeah, you gotta wait until V2 before you can give donations.
Ooh.
Another cobweb here. Just decorative, I imagine. Yep.
So it's just that one Easter egg.
Seemingly.
Yeah, I do appreciate that there's at least one hidden Easter egg, because, you know, Isaac's always about, like, its little secret things, so you gotta, secret rooms you gotta find. I probably would have hidden something in there just, like, behind some kind of wall you gotta break or whatever, but that, yeah, the devil room totally fits, yeah.
Yeah. This speed might be too much for a player who's entering this room at speed. Either the speed or density of these might have to go down if you want it to be a reactively dodgeable hazard. Also, my instinct...
I feel like this is also the kind of obstacle that would be really easy to just have, like, as soon as you enter the room, you land directly on a projectile that you just had no chance because it was already there by the time you got to it.
Also say that maybe... My natural instinct with regards to the visuals is to tell you to take a cue from Ushihime-sama and make these literally full bright flashing pink.
I would actually say don't make them.
Yeah, full bright flash and pink would do just fine with me, yeah.
Can you,
as long as it's clear that it's, like, easy to see and it's very definitely some kind of obstacle, then, yeah. Just make your, just always make your projectiles as obvious as possible.
Go ahead.
Is it possible just to make these slow you down?
To the right?
All in there.
Yeah, I can see why tears would make you slow down instead of doing actual damage.
Go on the road.
It would already solve the issue of
Yeah, if you want to make it a less lethal hazard, it could just be like screen shake and a minor momentum cut.
Now, if I were to be I don't know if you would really know how to do this since you know, like, I'm not much of a Lua stock person myself. But I would make it perhaps like a kind of stacking type deal, where, like, if you get hit by enough tears, then it deals damage.
I can see that.
Like if you get pegged, if you get pegged 3 times, then you get in the spin out. But if you only get pegged like once or twice, you slow down a little bit, and then it just comes off for a few like,
I think
seconds for distance travel.
If you feel strongly about it being that, like, dense and threatening, I think maybe the strongest punishment for getting hit should be a speed loss, not spin out. But there are a lot of different ways you could tune that, and I think it can wait for net games to, like, give a properly nuanced opinion on that, but I think dealing with players who are holding items while trying to dodge that nonsense seems like it's guaranteed hit territory at a instinctual level.
Yeah, especially I completely forgot about factoring in other players, like just throwing things or leaving things behind in the middle of all that. That's a pretty ideal scenario for, like, you know, actually playing, but it still kind of feels like crap when it's like there's so many things going on screen, and then you got to factor in player stuff as well.
This is cool though. This is like a very visually neat area.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried that players might think when they see those arrows that they can just maybe drive into the fountain for whatever reason, and they just bonk it. Because the fog kind of like makes it think like maybe there might be a ramp there.
You're given some time looking down on that hazard from the spring panels. I think you have enough time to orient.
Yeah, I think there's enough, like, distinction between, like, floor
Is the
and
Easter egg
wall.
that bad, Mari?
Because, you know, like, the fog does actually just cut off at that area. It doesn't look like it's it doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like it's blending into the floor.
Alright.
Wanna bust the window.
Camping respawn still on?
Shouldn't be. Let me see.
Also, Wario, you're also.
It is not.
Am I?
Yeah, you might need to turn your volume up.
Is it up now?
Still pretty quiet.
I hear you pretty well.
I wanted to say that I really like those candles earlier in the map. It reminds me of like those flying pigs in bananas.
I wonder who made that map.
Yeah, gee, I wonder.
I wonder.
But
Yeah, they're also the creator of Gelb, the perfect cart
Oh,
map.
I did.
But yeah, Tyron, you missed the Easter egg.
Of course I did.
Trying to get you to fall into a pit.
Yeah, because there's actually a pit that you can fall into that Trail was trying to get you into earlier, but
I mean,
Let's see what they're
I fell
doing.
into the only visible death pit to me a couple times.
no, I
so-
know, but like there's like a highlighted area.
There is absolutely no way to tell what this motherfucker is doing when you pass him lap 1. He needs to be already in that cycle of attacking
Oh,
when you
no,
round the
Isaac.
corner.
Isaac targets spectators.
Bruh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Is
The
that why
spectator
he's-
cameras are physical objects special.
Is that why he's
Okay,
attacking
okay.
so much?
Wait, Tyron. Okay, so fall into the pit again, but this time
no.
try
What
to
pit?
stay on like the road. The
the
left
left.
one, to the left.
Just
No,
follow the
your
target.
other left.
Okay, you turn to the right.
Just
Yeah, you
follow
turn-
the target.
Yeah,
Right.
because when one of you motherfuckers says left, it's completely random whether you mean your camera's left, my camera's left, or the
Okay.
track's left.
Okay, your left, and you passed it. Hold on.
Just follow the camera.
Okay, so go back on the carpet. Go back on the carpet and go to the right.
We need just one person to tell him.
You have to go west.
No. Okay, go a little bit more. Like go on.
Anyone
the
but Porter!
What the fuck? I'm trying to direct you to fucking fuck you. Holy shit!
Alright, up.
Barkley.
All shut up.
Just do a 180 and follow the carpet and follow.
Can't fucking believe.
Over here?
Yes, you're going the right way.
Oh, the bit of light. Okay,
Yeah,
I
the bit
see
of
that
light,
breakable
yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
God, it's like you have Curse of the Labyrinth on.
There.
Okay.
Was this worth it?
Yeah. Even though this one sounds like
Look at
Oh
it. Look,
God, it's him.
What does he look like from the front?
He looks the same. He's flipped.
He's all ass?
Always has been.
Man, you can't even get out of here. That's awesome.
it's only
No, you can. You can go through like the wall you came in from, I believe.
Yeah, where's that? Here we
There you
go.
That's quite the top secret right there.
Was that worth 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that worth permanently raising my blood pressure?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was trying to tell you to stay on the carpet.
Yeah, but it was you saying it.
Let's
You didn't even use the word stay or carpet or on. You just said
did!
left, other left, no.
I said other left as you faced right, and then I said no, you stay on the carpet when you were on the fucking tile.
No. I do. Tyrone has a point. Like using physical landmarks would help actually guide them.
Yeah.
Towards the
You know what also would help? If you instead of giving like directions, you would just say what compass direction to go.
I don't think that would help.
Well, you got a mini map right
north.
there.
Wow.
Okay.
Anyway, anybody
Anyway,
else?
moving
I
on.
think this section's interesting, but
I
seems a
really
little
want to
volatile.
see this map. I really want to see this map in the net games. I think a lot
Yeah.
of its issues may pop out more in the net games.
I'm actually really excited to play this in net games because I think it's gonna be
And I-
super nutty.
Something I'm kind of curious about actually. How does like the fog work? Is there like a specific thickness you can
I think you
Set
can
for
set
it.
that in zone builder using the angle.
Oh, does he
Yeah,
only
'cause I
activate
feel
that
like-
one spot?
It kind of impedes visibility in some important ways. I haven't really known how to like, I guess, describe or like or articulate what I mean exactly. But like with the upward turn here, this is like that was like almost
Yeah, this
completely
one was the
visible.
one that got me as well. The fog makes this a little bit scary because the actual drivable path is really tough to see with bright objects in the foreground and like fog obscuring most of the step up.
Yeah.
I think you're given enough space that I think it's alright. The signage is super in advance, so you have plenty of time to figure out what the hell's going on, but...
Yeah, all the signage in this track is really fucking good.
I'm not... I get the feeling that the placement of these is to give players some kind of cover while they're forced to be slow in the inside of this turn, but I feel like maybe more of those should be further up. I'm not sure.
It's interesting, though. It's an interesting way to translate Heart of Isaac's gameplay into...
Yeah.
I mean, that happens. If you're gonna do a series of Red Spring jumps, that's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
So this might be asking for a bit much, but have you considered that on the third lap, the bosses use different attacks?
Oh god, please no. I
feel
already...
like that would actually break the format.
I already drowned in lap
you're
1
right.
trying to figure out what they're doing. Don't spring new stuff on me in lap 3, please.
Which map are we
you're
at
right.
now?
Third, I
This
think.
is like
This is the fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, anything else?
Nah.
I think we're good.
I think the bulk of like the real Ring of Fire here is going to be net game testing, so I'm excited to return to
I'd like to
this.
see what happens when you're actually playing it with it all together.
What is... I just want to jump through every broken window, man. Alright, I'm sure someone will tell me about the 700 remaining Easter eggs I missed, but for now, let's move on to a submission from Ghost Godzilla, looking for feedback on turn readability and item frequency, shortcut area still being worked on, and they're a green pill motherfucker with no explanation. Mods aren't gonna go away!
No balls.
Yeah, but what if you could have your main in the game?
What if you could
know-
force
What
them
if my
on
main is
every
already in
host?
pairs?
You know
What
what,
if?
other...
You know?
You know what pill gives you no balls? Blue pill.
What if?
Think about
What
that.
if?
Stardust Marathon GP. Okay, that's an exciting title diff for starters.
Ooh, I like those FOL.
Whoa, where the fuck?
Whoa,
Okay.
music! That's soccer. Fuck. People know this?
Wait.
Fucker.
I recognize that. Okay, I recognize those signs. Are those marshes? Is that one?
I think they are.
This is
Did you get-
interesting.
I was gonna say, were those used with permission?
What is
Menacing.
it?
This reminds me of Marvin the Martian.
Did I hear someone using a spring?
That was one of the enemies in the spectators.
What is this music doing?
So this looked pretty chaotic while I was
Are
looking
they
at it on the
community
starting line,
resources?
but I
Can somebody
think...
who actually uses that? Sorry.
Yeah, Scooty and Renderer have both confirmed. They're in community resources.
Okay. Yeah. Continue your thought.
This looked super chaotic when I was looking out at it from the finish line, but I was wondering about that.
Does this map have a shortcut yet? I
It-
didn't notice one.
No.
It feels
Oh, we did-
surprisingly easy to drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy read, from what I can
I
tell.
forgot that
Like,
you said that he pointed out that there's no shortcuts yet.
Some of the colors kind of blend together, though. At least in
This
certain
is-
sections.
It feels weird for this to be missing signage when everything else in the course is signaled. I don't think it necessarily strictly needs it, but it would help it feel a little bit more familiar. Go up the archway. Oh boy, here we fucking go. Back here, right?
Oh, there's yellow springs.
Wait, the
Oh,
fuck?
that's... Why is that like half
They're
Karen?
not visible from the bottom either, which is
So you would never know. You could go through
yeah,
like a
that's
whole.
that's actually
Yeah.
hella blind. I feel like you should choreograph that by having the same texture be there.
Man, and if you don't make it all the way up, you hit the yellow springs instead, and that's like almost strictly a loss compared to sneakering straight through.
Yeah. There's almost like no point in doing that unless you like really want to risk it.
Placed on Marbula Racing, it's literal marble racing. Huh.
Oh.
Marble Madness for Sega Genesis.
Interesting.
Somebody asks if you're playing kart with a fight stick.
Is my controller that loud? I'm using an Xbox Elite controller. Sometimes I play on Hitbox because I'm trolling.
Right.
But yeah, if you miss the angle here, man, that sucks. So, How would I approach that in a way that still kind of preserves the spirit of it while making it actually readable?
I would actually add a light bridge to the side. Something like that. Because, like, I understand that it's supposed to be sort of like a lasery kind of look to the road. So, like, some sort of light bridge or some, like, thematically appropriate edge indicator, excuse me.
You know, seeing you just jump from the bridge over there back to this area makes me think that there's going to be a lot of scenarios where a player flings an item, and instead of falling into a pit, you go back there.
Okay, I can get that rainbow. Nice. And then I have nothing to do with it but go straight, but that's okay, because it's the last turn.
For a section like that, I would actually use the rings, because that would actually almost be necessary to convey ahead of time.
See, like, you can see the upper path here as you pass under it. You're like, okay, there's a path there, there's some items there, that's kind of neat. But while passing under here, is it completely unseeable? How the fuck? This game is made of fucking popsicle sticks. What the fuck?
Yeah, it looks like it's underneath the fuck.
I also don't really understand why the why the sneaker panels in the spring on the top
Yeah, they're
are like
transparent,
visibility
and I
for
don't
some
know
reason.
why.
Makes it just really hard to see.
Likely because if they wanted to keep the bottom of the FOF transparent, which I think that's an issue in and of itself, you might want to address that just so that it's readable from both sides, but you actually can't address like ceiling transparency versus floor
This might be the
It's just one
messiest. I'm looking at this and you're getting two sets of signage, and if you're standing at like... Because I misparsed this. I don't know what the fuck I thought this was going to be when I started, but I took the first turn kind of fly by the seat of your pants style. There's a lot going on here, and it's not really clear where forward is. You're getting given a lot of flashing, conflicting cues. Goody says, Godzilla, you can put the flats on the bottom of that FOF to make them visible. Yeah, sounds like it would work.
Yeah.
What to do about this?
Slopes.
I mean, yeah. I feel like... Where's my misparse coming from? I'm trying so hard to articulate this. I think I don't see the outside edge of this first corner.
I think it's because if you can notice far off, there's actually some blue like right above it.
Yeah.
That's throwing me off too. Since the floor is like a solid purple, it would be good just put like arrows on the floor and take out the marsh signs. Not all of them, but like maybe that one. Like use a good color that would be contemporary to purple. So I don't know, like green.
Complementary.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean to dunk on you. I swear to God.
No.
Stupid,
Actually,
don't worry,
fine. Color theory is difficult to explain, so I can totally understand your confusion. I would actually make it yellow in order to have it pop, because yellow is actually purple's natural contrast.
Fuck, I should know that. I live in a state where like our sports team is purple and yellow. Fuck.
I was gonna say, like, you know the Lakers?
Yeah.
Shoutouts to the fucking Illini, dude. Orange and blue. The most saturated versions of both colors. The most godlessly ugly sports team.
But yeah, just yellow arrows. Take out the signs. I think it would help a lot.
Yeah, because the blue border here blurring into blue, the blue used elsewhere in the course.
Yeah, I would actually think that the yellow against the black background, like the Starry Night, would actually contrast more in it.
I would also say, for the skybox, put a few more of those little like city. There's only like one, and it's like on the right next to the Earth. So like do it 360.
Yeah,
Barkley.
Nothing else. Just do a full 360. There you go. See, there's the only buildings are like right there. Everything else is empty space.
Barkley, I swear to God, I thought you were setting me up for a fucking Michael Jackson turn 360 degrees and moonwalk away.
No.
You're Frank.
You're like 360 and walk out of here? Like, what? No. Yeah, just put like maybe 1 or 2 more of just copy and paste it. It'll be fine.
It's called Sonic Robo Blast 2 card because you turn 360 degrees and walk away.
No!
Something Doki Panic.
But yeah, that's just more of a nitpick than anything. Not really a nitpick. I think
I'm actually shocked by how solid this is to drive, considering the kind of chaotic energy it's giving me from a visual perspective. You already noted that as being super rough. That launch in particular could be mad dangerous.
I would just take out the red springs. Because they like shot you into like the very middle of the turn.
Yeah,
take out the red springs.
I feel like it would be cool enough to just be able to like hit, like you sneaker from fairly far back, churn through the off-road, and then hit the sneaker panel, like replace all of these springs with sneaker panels and just get a free extension from there, and that makes it interesting. Because, like, if this entire thing is yellow springs, it's now slower to take, which is obviously not what you want at any capacity. I think being able to ride up on the inside of the arch there is cool, but as is, the safest way of taking this is just straight through the off-road John Madden, which seems like a little bit of a waste.
I like the little stair thing that's right here. I like that.
This is a fun story, even though it's kind of a cramped turn. Well, it's less cramped than like the Daytona Spiral, and we're all okay with that until we start front running, so.
We're okay with it because we have bump spark now.
You're right.
I was against bump spark at first, if you can fucking believe it. I've talked about this before, but I thought it would make things too easy. And I still kind of think that, but it feels so nice that I don't care anymore.
The only problem is
I would have argued that it was like too punishing before, the way it worked before.
My problem is that like I get too used to it, and then I try to do it in normal deck, and it's like no.
Where do you play that doesn't use bump spark?
I have no idea what you doing bumping your spark together.
There's like several servers, plus like any vanilla server that they play on.
Playing on vanilla 2020.
Yeah, I don't usually.
You're right.
Stream quality seems all over today, and I don't know if it's just me. There are a lot of really tough patterns for the encoder in the courses that we've played today. I haven't gotten a single connection spike since that weird incident at the back in the very first map, so it's probably just Twitch being Twitch or encoders being encoders. But yeah, I feel bad that I don't have more to say about this, because this is like the reference whiffs on me, unfortunately. I'm not really familiar with the source here, but this is kind of a neat eclectic set of visuals for all the light bridge areas. I almost want this purple to be slightly transparent like the blue is.
Yeah. Well, the road doesn't feel too narrow, right?
It's... ask me when we cram 12 people onto it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, in terms of a solo race, it looks fine, but I'm concerned about net games. Might be bumped here and there.
Because I've always begun to start worrying about if I make my road too wide or too narrow. Like 1088 pixels.
Before you advance to the next map, Tyrone, I just want to compliment that one thing. You'd have to, like, restart the map.
Oh no, that's too much work, Chenji.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So where are we going?
So, like, you don't even have to move. These arrows being lined up with the hexagons. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I can't unsee it, Jesus Christ.
That's good. Well, okay, over to the right, that's a little off-center, but like, the idea of that, I super appreciate that.
It's like some of them are aligned, and
good.
some of them are a little off. Would be a nice visual touch to have them all aligned.
Yeah.
That's like... You ever run into one of those Twitter posts that's just like, hey, this one piece of architecture in a game you play a lot is slightly misaligned. Have fun with this information.
The pixel on the Super Mario World title screen.
Yeah, but it's the opposite of that, because it's like, these are lined up, and it's like, oh, everything's falling.
Are they differently aligned for you on software or something? Because...
No, okay, no, well, like, for the few that are aligned. Like, they're not all aligned, but like, for the few, like, it's very satisfying. I'd like to see more of that.
Ava Shark got it in one. The one tile in Yulmore. Alright, let's see. We have a Plum submission. This track is a complete rework of Super Center Circuit, now known as Wreck and Rally. Huh. Because we covered we covered Super Center Circuit a long time ago on jartcast.
I'm gonna have to look at it to remember it.
Conveyance issues
Yeah,
through
I
guys
remember
layout.
playing through that when I was doing judging, and I think that was around the same time someone made this chicken nugget character.
Huh?
That was like
I fucking heard someone scream in the background.
That was a lot to process at once. I was still dealing with chicken nuggets, and then I hear somebody just yelling.
Me too. It's relatable.
I think that was from Barkley's mic.
It's the spirit of Barkley. Alright.
Spirit of Jark.
And Plum is a front-running dickhead type of person because for our question of the week they chose the red pill with no explanation. Smiley face. Map.
I love how you say the blue pill is the obvious answer, but then everyone answers.
I don't get it. I thought I'd have to nerf it before I fucking put that question into the form.
These are V1 players. They follow their lines like it's their bread and butter.
Ooh.
Oh, it's this map. Okay, this is really cool.
Yo.
I'm liking the feeling already. Like,
yeah.
Plum, this is a glow up.
Major cool.
Yeah, the original map I thought was a bit like too much on the eyes. This is a lot simpler looking. It's much easier to take in.
And it captures the theme better of like an indoor like rally course thing.
Yeah, instead of feeling like it's like a go-kart course kind of crammed into like an overcrowded amusement center, this has almost like an arena feel to it. Like it's a test track or something.
Yeah, I really
like the music.
Yeah, I've been to a go-kart place.
It's almost like the music they're using is Tiny's Arena.
Smiley face?
I do want to point out real quick, I think there are a lot of sneaker panels here.
Yeah, for sure. You spend a lot of time at boost speed for free, and that does wreak havoc with items a lot. Like in a lot of that, in that section back there in particular, I'd be pretty sad if I was holding a rocket sneaker.
Yeah, but I get what they're trying to go for, because this is like what a lot of CTR tracks are like. You know, the arena type ones.
Yeah.
In particular.
Yeah.
It's fine with boost stacking.
Smiley face.
Why are you bringing up boost stacking?
Are you doing the fucking Oni sign? The goddamn sign he does all the time.
See, because these are fun to hit too. This is like if it were like. If you took about 75% of these and made them disappear outside of Record Attack, I'd be really happy with the way this flowed in Record Attack, but I think I'd still be able to play it in net games without watching some fucking 9-weight picker run away with the race.
This is what I'm talking about when I say, like, use a very simple texture palette.
Yeah, this is like... When it comes to, like, the actual visual elements employed here, this is so simple, but it looks incredibly clean and cohesive.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. Like, this feels like a place. This feels
yeah,
like a
it feels like a location
Yeah.
that actually exists. I dig it.
I love go-karting for real.
I think what really helps it is that there's no skybox. This is all FOF bullshittery.
No, Barkley.
No, that-
Turn
wait,
Skybox
is this-
off.
Yeah, this is totally a skybox.
Is it?
What is
Yeah.
the command for on-the-fly skybox
Is
toggle?
it?
Skybox off.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh yeah, totally a skybox.
The reason I noticed that is because I recognized the arid canyon texture in the middle there, and I'm like, that's a 32 by 32 texture. There's no way you upscaled that. This is a skybox.
And it's a really good skybox.
Yeah, I kind of have to.
That's
because then
actually
you don't have to
insane.
deal with all this. No, it makes sense to me because now you don't have to deal with there's all these floor lights I gotta do off stacking with.
Oh, for sure.
Crap. No, it's just
Nobody in their right mind would
economic
ever
solution.
do the overhead lights with like FOFs. That sounds nightmarish.
I would do that.
Shut up.
What?
Have you ever made a map trail?
Yes!
Do I need to go in the record book and see if you've made a track? Because if you haven't,
Open credits.txt.
yeah. As part of the map community leader, I'm gonna have to talk with you.
The council has judged you and found you wanting. Your punishment is 30 years of no V2 slopes.
You're gonna have to use Doom Builder instead of Zone Builder.
Your
You're
Honor,
gonna have to go back to Wad Author.
You have to
WE crashes.
you have to manually package your PK3s from now on. No more Slade.
Don't do this to me.
I'm getting punished for a crime I did not commit.
You have to use Lupa Mess instead of Loop Point.
Tyrone,
Yeah?
am I gonna have to revoke your 40-day free trial of WinRAR?
Anything but my WinWar. Win what?
We can take that one away too.
Win what?
Win War. I'm a fan of Win Tyson, thank you. I'm a weeb.
Michael Bison's
Damn right you
Punch
are.
Out.
Michael Bites.
I want that to be possible so badly. Maybe if I had better handling. I
think you are hitting it, but you're not hitting it because of the slope.
I'd like to draw some attention to the fact that I've basically just been driving this for 5 minutes and haven't said anything. Like,
Is that a good or bad thing?
it means it's cozy. It means that my hands are moving on their own, as they say. It's very
Don't
friendly
ever
to
say that again. Ever.
Apparently there's a dog in this map, by the way.
I mean, you gotta give him,
Dog?
Oh,
you gotta give him a hand for that
That's
one.
not a dog.
doggy?
I think. Wait. Do that again. Was it over to the left? No, like when you did the jump. Do the jump that you just did, and I think. It
I
was
don't know
to the
where I
left.
did that jump. I have the fucking
Fuck,
working
no.
memory of a
Fuck, God
goldfish.
Damn it!
It was in the.
I did the border thing. I said left. No.
you can't.
It was directly in the middle, right here. And then you go
In the middle, like this?
Go to the zoo. Now you
I
have to-
see.
Oh,
It's
what?
You've reached an impasse.
I'm just gonna
Where
keep driving.
I'm gonna find out what
It's
this
like,
dog is.
in terms of turn-by-turn stuff here, like, I dig this, I dig the signage. Feels super at home here while still being pretty clear throughout. This is a little scary to me, especially considering you may or may not be taking it at speed. And so, like, if I start turning when I see the arrows here, if I pretend that I'm a new player, then, like, it seems barely alright. Because a lot of these turns seem like you barely scrape the exit if you take them in the way that feels natural. Which is, like, that's a compelling sort of line.
Okay, Tyrone, you're coming up to it, so just keep going, keep going. Right up until you reach the signage. Just don't hit a booster and then turn to your left.
Oh, I already see. In the tires, I think.
Yeah, in the tires. Go further back from the sign, and then look through the tires.
Yeah, right there.
Down to the top.
There you go.
Aha.
Dog.
Baby!
Get down from there.
You hit
How
the dog.
dare you? How dare you?
He didn't do anything.
I just wanted to go pet the dog, and the dog fucking killed me. Pitbulls, man, I'm telling you. Anyway!
You cannot pet the dog in Sonic Roll Blast 2 card.
There's actually one thing I want to point out before I'm assuming you're gonna move on real quick. So real quick, there is one thing.
I feel like I should have more to say about this, but I'm... My fucking takeaway is, Plum, holy shit, what a glow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not everything needs an essay.
You're just driving, you're hitting the boosters, your dopamines are on the rise. What's more to say?
Inject it directly into my eyeballs, dude.
I do the Vinny quote. But
Yeah, if a shark has a good point, that I did like. I took a broad guess on a couple corners during my first run of this, but had the time to correct almost every time. I don't ever felt like I lost significant speed for not like knowing what was coming up ahead. The signage is really good. You can almost always see where you're fucking going. Any like the visibility issues associated with like the flat sections of the track in the previous iteration of this in Super Center Circuit, those are almost completely gone as far as I can tell.
Okay, that turn fucked me up actually when I first saw it, because I okay, turn back around. I like kind of read that as like a right turn instead of a left, like a left and a right.
There is a bit of
like you thought that like you'd be swinging farther to the right before going left.
Yeah, because I think it was just the fence that was like fucking with me a bit.
I don't think, given the long straight here, you don't really have the room to wrong drift to this one too harshly. Like, you'll get your blue out of this, even if you drift the wrong way to start.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that bad.
Nah.
I mean, it's fair. It was just a small thing that I noticed.
Yeah, that could potentially be opened up or sloped a little bit to make it just a little bit clearer. I don't think the actual layout of it needs to change there.
Yeah. I think it's
yeah,
fine.
Okay. Why would you? Why?
You're barking.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Kill him. I take back what I said before. Kill him in real life.
You didn't even fucking try. You didn't even try. I'm sorry.
Can I just be the wild card? Oh. Yeah, there you go. That's smart. There you go. Yeah, Porter, get him out of here.
All right, Porter, you're getting voted off the island. Not cool.
So yeah, honestly, the only thing I've got to say is, like Super Center Circuit before it, which I think only had like a super edge case cut right at the end. This is like no shortcuts exist and you're spending a ton of time at boost speed. If that's a deliberate choice and you're willing to live with the consequences of it, that is to say frontrunners breaking away super fast, then like, hey man, it's not the choice that I would have made, but you're leaning into it and I respect that. So we'll see how long it takes for Porter to get 12 SPBs directed at him in 2 races.
No.
I have everything to say about it.
Alright, next up, I believe, is Marsh. Not that we're biased.
Nah.
What do you mean?
I'm more confident in this layout than my other courses, however the intended playstyle for this map may be unbalanced. This is intended to feel like the bridge between a battle map and a race course. Items are spread along the track to encourage more aggressive play. Alright. And regarding our
a bunch of questions.
Question of the week, Racer Maker's Bias, Green Pill, Temjin for V2.
Temjin!
That's pretty base.
Legit.
That's the only green pill I'll accept.
So let's see. App 93.
Can we have a Temjin sword?
Whoa, this is a lot. Holy fuck.
Okay, yeah, that's.
This is like Crossnick UI stuff. Oh my god. Wait, where the fuck? What the fuck is happening, Marsh? Oh my god.
This is very busy.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that up front. This is very busy.
There's an aggressive amount of colors in the palette.
Like, listen, like visually, I like this, but like from a gameplay standpoint, fucking A.
Yeah, like I want to be impressed, but I can barely tell. I'm not sure this has got a lot of conveyance to it.
Yeah, I definitely misread at least like half the turns that I've taken so far. This doesn't read as oh my god, this really is. This is that Y2K fucking aesthetic that I'm like an absolute sucker for, but this doesn't read as signage the first time you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
I think part of it comes to the fact that a lot of the colors are really bright, and I don't think there's a whole lot of changes between like the background details for certain parts of the road needing to be darker than others.
What the fuck is supposed to be drawing my eye right now?
Yeah, there are a lot of patterns and a lot of unnecessary noise in the road.
The blue's off road.
colors off now.
I think
Yeah,
everything's fighting for your attention.
And why would, logically, I don't understand why anything would be off-road if it's also smooth looking. Like, even the off-road is just as smooth looking as the floor is.
Wait, huh?
What?
Yep, it's a shortcut.
To fill out everyone's bingo cards. That's a strong cut.
Okay, so
It's
that's
also
just a
unmarked
wall.
off-road,
Like,
unless I'm insane? At least it doesn't feel like... Okay, this is used consistently for off-road. Never mind, but...
Red and blue are always off-road.
Why not just one?
yeah, like I'm
Because
I don't
reasons?
confused because like, in addition to all the visual information being so kind of overwhelming, like you have a shortcut that's just hidden behind a thing that would look like a wall, but then you get close to it and it's a door.
Which one of you motherfuckers speaks Moon?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I have to follow translation guides. I'm sorry, I'm not.
I got to get my book out.
Same.
Somebody call Boynes.
Again, I don't want to say that this wasn't without like merit, because wow, this is amazing from like.
No,
just
I feel like this could probably be made...
on it is what I'm gonna be concerned with.
This could probably be made to read a lot better with just a couple changes to saturation and brightness and like problem turns, honestly.
I would actually, believe it or not, I would omit a lot of the patterns and stuff on the road. Like, I get that the light is supposed to help direct you, but like, here's the thing. Stop and actually look at the floor texture. There are 5 lines in the road. Like, what the fuck is the leading line here?
I really don't want the answer to be to bail on the fucking massively over-detailed apeshit Y2K stuff.
Well, yeah, but like, I'm saying that like you could... Sorry.
I want as much of that to stay as possible with like...
But the thing is, like, the Y2K aesthetic works for things like menus and like things like puzzle games. Not so much a high-speed racing game where you need to like more properly convey your information sooner.
Wipeout with like a word.
We can buy everything so
I was
fast.
gonna say, Wipeout is actually... So,
I don't really think
I don't know, I've
the
never
word's
played
that bad. I think the
Wipeout,
off-road's worst.
okay. Really quickly, to just paraphrase my thought and save you a lot of time.
Look at this fucking chevron! What the fuck? That's awesome!
That's
what the
bullshit.
fuck am I looking at?
That's what
I
I
like
was
that.
wanting to say, because I was confused at what that even was. Like, until you got closer to it, I'm like, oh, those are supposed to be arrows.
Yeah, this would probably read fine if it was just bordered.
Possibly. But I still feel like, okay, paraphrasing my thought, I would basically try and make a center line for a different color. Like, just to help guide the player. Because, like, this is all the same color, and it's super noisy. Like,
Would you think maybe, hold on, maybe making the inner part, you know, where it's like gray on the outside and gray on the inside, maybe make the inside gray a different color?
There is too much information in this course at once for me to give a proper analysis as to why I think this is noisy, but I could possibly, like, DM you the reason for it later, Marsh, if you absolutely feel it's necessary.
These didn't read as signage on my first go-around until I realized exactly where I was turning incorrectly. Because I didn't see the first one, really. I was too busy losing my fucking shit at the explosion of color on my screen. Oh yeah, and you don't even see the path forward until that comes down.
I find the biggest issue for me is the off-road. Something about how it's textured with like the white lines makes it really blurry, especially when you're going fast.
Kind of.
Like...
Sorry. For that door specifically, I kind of wonder if it would be a better idea just to have it open like during the countdown as opposed to like when you pass it.
Yeah, I think that would probably preserve the feel of the transition while still like giving people plenty of room here. And honestly, I think part of the difficulty from this first turn alone is just that you're not acclimated to like bright blue off-road and like dark gray track in a strict right angle turn where like from this distance you maybe can't even tell the difference between the pattern of the off-road and the pattern of the drivable area here. So
and it doesn't help that they're like super level too.
So if you're at the starting line, this kind of looks like a straight line into a wall. which is a little rough.
Mario, I can barely hear you.
Yeah, same dude, sorry.
Sorry. I'm saying the off-road makes me think it looks like it would give off an electrical discharge that would slow you down if you ran across it.
I can see that.
Maybe.
Yeah. If only there were a way to like change the sound of the off-road sound. Give that off effect.
Yeah, that would go a long way to make it make more sense to me too.
I mean, you could just play a, you could use a map script and play a sound on the player directly while you're in the off-road.
It's just so busy. Like, look at that little cut to the right there. That's so busy compared to like dirt.
Mark says, what I'm fighting with is losing the references at play here, though I can easily remove both chevrons and the off-road textures, because I felt the same way but needed a second opinion. Yeah, it's like, you've clearly got your fucking visual chops. You know exactly what you should do here, I think. But if my role is to be the second opinion, this is awesome, but it is so fucking dense and messy that telling where you're going is insane. And the usage of both red and blue as off-road is... do they even denote different strengths, or is it just...
I think it's just supposed to be like visual because of the fact like...
It's supposed to like reference the red and blue, the stadium, I think. And I like that. I think I don't mind that personally.
Yeah, no, I actually think it's smart that they're actually using, you know, grayscale colors for like the walls and the roading. But like then you have the off-road actually be colored. The thing with that is though that like these are obviously very two similar tones in grayscale, and I feel like you could possibly up the contrast on that to not only aid in directioning, but that so like the road is a lot more obvious.
Yeah, Scooty touched on this. I don't think this should come with the cost of the vision Marsh put down here, and I agree with that entirely, but I think a lot of this scenery could stay more or less unchanged if the off-road textures were made a little bit more consistently distinct from main road, and you followed Shinji's advice and, like, center line basically through the main path at all times, and do whatever you can to keep it visible. If you're given a consistent visual reference, throw in, like, make that center line a color or a motif that is never used anywhere else in the course, and after just a turn or two, people will know to look for that as, like, their lifeline in this gigantic Y2K explosion of fuck, and will generally be able to navigate alright, I think. It's just when the detailing on the road blends into the detailing on every other element in literally the entire course, that's when you start needing to, like, haul ass on directioning elements that maybe aren't even possible within this aesthetic. So... Can I
point something out? Read the arrows.
Go ahead.
Because, or did the orange arrows, not the, these arrows. I feel like, and like this is just my unsolicited visual critique, feel free to ignore, I have no experience in these kind of things, but, I'm kind of wondering, instead of having it, like, blink in and out of existence, maybe you could, like, have it be, like, a darker color and then blink into, like, a lighter color, maybe? I feel like that would, like, give off the, like... it would make it more immediately clear that this is an arrow.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to touch on this, but it's only, like, 1/3 of this cycle where any clearly, like, arrow-like element is even visible. Like... I almost feel like it should be pulsing from the opposite end. Like your little arrow wedge always visible. I don't think that would look quite as good. I don't know, it's just... Maybe I am a dumb guy, but these seriously don't read as anything until you've bonked enough walls to figure it out for yourself.
They read as arrows to be like, take an actual look at them.
Well,
but
from a distance, you can hardly tell what it's supposed to be, because you can, in some distances, you can't even see the little tip to indicate that it's an arrow of some sort.
Yeah, in the heat of race, you're not gonna notice that.
Yeah. That arrow is the enemy indicator and actual virtual on. Oh shit, then it's hard to change. Fuck.
Okay, yeah. This is where, like, if you want to, I understand you have a vision here. You don't want to detract from that vision. I get that. And it would suck to have to do that.
So sometimes
can
you gotta
find a
make
way to
compensation
actually-
for
well-
like the readability of an entirely different genre.
Well, no, not even necessarily. Like, you could just repurpose a lot of this stuff so that, like, you can still convey that it's intended to be a reference to some source material and still have it, like, work directioning.
Yeah.
That should probably be physically blocked if you're gonna death plane it.
Sometimes, okay. There's an analogy that I'd like to use here because, like, this exists mostly for game development analogy purposes. But, like, this can be applied to anything. Sometimes it's best to take how something's applied from its source material and then look at it from an alternative perspective. Like, as an example, think of something that works in 2D, try and translate that to 3D. Or in this case, think of like an element like this that's supposed to clearly indicate that it's like a hazard, like this being the enemy detector. Like, I understand that you're trying to repurpose these as arrows, but like, maybe try and repurpose them for something else. Like maybe like make them part of the road so that like it could actually work as a directioning utility. Something
Holy
like that.
fuck this thing, by the way.
Yeah, that's impressive as fuck.
But yeah, from the sounds of like what Marsh has been responding in chat, it sounds like they have a very clear idea of how they want to improve everything that's here, and they just kind of wanted to check on whether it was necessary. So, assuming we can all fucking figure out where the hell we're going, I'm really excited to play this in net games, because the item placement does seem incredibly chaotic, and the little elements like this are gonna be fucking hilarious. Also, what?
Yeah. Oh, that's my type of cut.
Off-road texture, but not off-road.
Hell yeah.
Wait, you didn't actually save time. You actually went backwards.
I think you went backwards. Yeah.
Yep.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah, you did.
I'm gonna tab out really quickly because one of my roommates is messaging me. Okay, I'll deal with that later. So yeah.
I remember it was mentioned that this map was designed more for throwing items and stuff like that because of the increased count of items, I believe.
Yeah, it's a very wide open layout in a lot of places.
We'll see how this goes in a net game, and like, yeah.
Seems like fun.
Alright, so let's see. Next up, we got 2 more to go through turn by turn before we start net games. I know, I've kept you all here for 2 hours, huh?
Holy fuck. Has it already been 2 hours? Holy fuck.
So next up from Blade Dash.
Well, it is the jartcast OVA. It's gotta be OVA length.
Yeah. Expect it to be wide. This is already being worked on. And another green pill motherfucker. Hat Kid and bonus cares would be sick. Everybody's gotta take.
Hat Kid, that would be fucking awesome.
It's not a save it properly.
Something, peace and tranquility. Hello there. Alright.
Hello, Mark.
I'm already confused as to where you're going.
Yeah, I don't have sight on shit right. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Alright, those are red springs. Thank you for introducing that to me. Let's see if it makes an appearance later in the course.
There's silence at the beginning.
Very wide open area.
Yeah, this is channeling like... remember when we used to rib Roy about like parking lots?
Holy... Wait, are you... What?
But why?
Drive away?
This literally exists only for you to drive backwards for no reason.
Yeah, like what the heck?
You could have literally put pylons or
You
something.
did this on purpose, so I'm forced to assume that I have to explain why tricking players with paths that go nowhere is a bad idea. But I don't think I can do that in a way that doesn't feel incredibly insulting to your intelligence. So I'll just leave it at, don't do whatever this is.
If you do it again, he'll probably insult your intelligence.
I don't get the feeling those red springs aren't going to come back. Okay, what is...
That just looks like death.
And always like to appreciate the code.
Whoa, what is...
Oh.
Was that wall invisible? I feel like there was something going on there.
Wait,
Open geo bullshit.
Yeah, that is just
okay, yeah.
Jump it up, jump it up, jump it up, jump it up. Where's some red spring?
They were using the normal spring.
Ooh!
Oh.
Goodbye encoding. Goodbye cart.
That orange texture hurts to look at.
I feel like that green stripe should be on the inside of this, not the outside, right? You've got a cue for the outside, it's the wall. But the inside is the part that might be a problem.
Whoa.
Yeet!
Let's get some air.
Okay, hold on. Is this mob scaled? No?
Throw a banana.
Wild.
Oh, there's even numbers. I didn't even notice that.
Okay, so if I'm somehow at boost speed, I can get on that FOF upper path there, which apparently has a... Okay, hold on. Let's go exploring.
Is
Can I
this
even get
supposed
up there?
is the upper pass supposed to be like Metal City?
Yes,
That's what it makes me mind.
I think it's based off music.
Well, Metropolis Speedway is an entirely different place than Free Riders.
Oh my god, the fuck?
I don't know.
Yo, I have
Sounds
brain
like-
problems trying to get up here.
Also, be a Dutch
I mean, it might just
you
be
have to eat
physics.
the billboard.
At this point, it would have been way faster to just restart, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Might as well.
Wow. Wow. Break.
Alright, so the upper path here is kind of just vibing. Is this actually? Yep.
Whoa.
Don't know why, but it sure is. Man,
That-
that gives me trust issues when you use the exact same signage for that kind of shit.
Uh-huh. Like, yeah, like, and that's right before the trick go the other way with the leading... Oh my god, like, yeah, like, why would you do that? That's a nasty trick to me.
You could honestly
There is-
apply this for like an application to make like a
I'm-
fucking...
Why would you
I wanna
take
be-
the top path ever?
I'm envisioning a nightmare scenario where someone actually goes back up here after going through the bottom path.
Yeah.
Someone did point something out with how the places are like from
Yeah, this reminds me of one of L-Dog's maps.
first place supposed to be like
In what way?
Well, before I assume any updates, because it's been like such a long time since I played it. It was the one. Oh, why am I blanking on the name?
Is it a Neon Desert or whatever it was?
That's
Neon
it.
Sands?
Yeah, Neon Sands. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was fixed up by now because it's been so long since I played it. But yeah, I remember that there was this one path that like you could totally easily just go back there if you don't know what's going on.
Fucking
Everything about this
what
wants
is
you to
this
go that way.
doing here?
If I could just briefly
Oh.
mention something that might be hard to
I missed
spot.
that this time.
LOL. I just noticed that. That's awful.
This is like... Do you guys remember the fucking Super Brain Max corner balloon course that we did a while back? The one that in its first draft had a fake shortcut with a death plane right above the floor? I'm getting the same kinds of vibes here.
I mean, honestly, you could pack all these kind of dickhead ideas into like a fucking I want to be the guy course.
You know, it's funny.
If
you
you're gonna
mention
leave this in
something
in any
like
form, I'd like to at least request that fling you directly into the opposite wall. None of this pussy shit where you actually get back on the course. I want it to continue laughing at you. But actually remove this shit, though.
that. Yeah, it's actually you bring up the I want to be the guy fake out course thing, but I actually like at one point had a map that had cardboard bananas that you went through and they did nothing, but also cardboard item boxes that hurt you on touch.
Oh.
Are you just telling me to make the hell map?
Wait,
No,
why?
no, that was a nightmare
What?
scrapped. You know, like
That's
Where
I'm
did
just
I
saying.
even...
It was supposed, yeah, but it would totally.
So I
have been
respawned
for a
facing the
helmet.
wrong way, I
Yeah,
think,
The whole
eh?
point was the trick.
Yeah, this is probably not necessary.
say what if hear me out here. What if they kept that J path, but they had like a portal that you could go
Maybe. Could I briefly mention something? I mean, yes, of course, Gamma, always.
I've been trying to mention this for a few minutes, but I was just noticing it. It looks like between checkpoints 9 and 11 there's some sort of issue there, so it looks like you're skipping checkpoint 10, and going up to 17 checkpoints out of 16, so just something that's probably easy to mess up on, but something important to notice nonetheless.
I always hate it when I get my wrong.
Yeah, it's like...
Something I wanna
Go ahead.
I never fuck up my
real quick
checkpoints.
is that I think this might be kind of obvious, but there are a lot of textures used in this track. It's I think it could help with like conveyance a little bit to like cut down on some of the like extra stuff that you don't need, maybe. I don't know.
No, very valid point. Like I'll fucking keep saying.
Yeah, this upcoming room in particular definitely kind of has the vibe of like, all right, we're gonna detail with every single thing that I can find in the base game resources.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like these flashing walls in particular feel like they make absolutely no sense with what kind of location this is intended to be.
I don't like that thing.
Like you also have like this area where it's all colored blue buildings, and then like the last half of the map is just like the brown black buildings.
And the 3-color drive fences here as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel
Yeah, there's
about
not really any visual cohesion anywhere in this course.
There's a reason why these walls did not have transparent insides. Because like, you know, they were, well, yeah, because so much of the 3-color drive textures were designed for that map, so.
Oh, and then
designed with the idea of a sky that was always one color.
Looks like this is a weird mishmash of everything.
Where's the Midnight Channel one?
This is some cute detailing, though.
Yeah.
I do like that,
Except these textures don't seem like they aligned correctly, I suppose.
No, he's just playing the Flicky arcade game.
Fair enough.
I like that, I like that little upper path conceptually, at least.
Yeah,
where you have to kind of, like, angle it weird in order to, like...
Aww.
And that's... might be worth death planing.
Yeah, to me, it seems like there's just too many actual textures going on at once. Like, in one map, I think. Like, I feel like if you could, like, you could easily cut the textures down to, like, half of what you're actually using, just to keep everything more, like, consistent.
Yeah, the thing about using this many textures is that every single new visual element you introduce in your course is something that players basically have to parse out and like, okay, what does that actually mean, though? It's worst with when you, like, swap floor textures, because people immediately have to make a gameplay decision about whether it's off-road versus, like, low friction versus whatever. Geico. Oh my god.
So, okay,
that
is the way I can explain this.
Porter, is this your submission?
No, but I wish it was.
I want to say one final thing about using too many textures, and this is basically going to paraphrase my thoughts going forward. Establish a theme, stick to it, do not detract from that theme, and do not add more to that.
Yeah, like, I didn't even, like, the room that you was just in with all the glowing lights, I don't even know what that's supposed to be about.
Whoa, what's
And, like,
I get
what they're trying to do, maybe.
That was me
with, like,
hitting my look back button about 30 times a second.
Yeah, like in the nighttime area, they actually clearly had different kinds of looking buildings than the ones you would see in this more daytime-ish looking area. But it's still, I guess it's supposed to be like kind of convey like a different time of day better by having like different buildings. But I would rather just change the lighting in the night area to be darker. Like, you don't have to go full on and make completely new textures for that thing. I mean,
Never gonna let that go, are you?
What's way more crazy about this is that while I'm approaching this, that looks like some kind of, like, scenery element, because there's no, like, you're switching drivable floor here.
There's nothing telling you to go that way.
This looks like it should be off-road. I feel like when I'm driving over it, I'm doing something wrong.
Also reminds me of? This reminds me of Lovely Afternoon. Because I had something like that in the very beginning, but the difference is the path that looks like the path that looks like road clearly has signs in front of it that you can't actually even drive through. To at least, I mean, it's still bad design, honestly, because I was a big stupid idiot. But like, at least it was clear when you turned. Oh, I'm not supposed to go this way, but this guy just made it look like road because he's a freaking
This
idiot.
top path is both slower and more punishing.
Yeah, like there's no boosters up there. Or
You also
like,
use like 5 different wall textures inside it, which is kind of...
Yeah. Plus it's like...
And don't you like pass the set?
Yeah, I think it dumps you out like... No, okay,
right.
dumps you right out of the set, so you do pick.
How do you think all this is gonna look in Encore?
Hopefully
don't
the
know.
same but mirrored, because if I see one more visual flourish, I'm gonna start lighting random objects in my room on fire. Also 17 out of 16 checkpoints.
Yep.
But yeah, as far as like a basic layout level, besides the stuff that we've already touched on, it's like, because these are basically parking lot like areas that are like the boundaries are really clearly defined by these big ass buildings. Outside of places where you're apparently deliberately misdirecting the player, it is pretty obvious where you're going. I don't think it's necessarily super interesting to drive throughout, but on a baseline level, the layout itself is not broken. But like, I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of interest here either, except for optional paths that are designed to either troll the shit out of you, or are only reachable at sneaker speed, but are the exact same as like the lower path. With the exception of that one really fucking crazy cut. I've asked, can you check if the diagonals on that upper slow path are bouncy? I'm sure someone will check that in net games, but I don't really feel like driving another half lap on this, truthfully.
Yeah.
I think I've said all I need to say. Anybody else?
There is something I'm curious about, but I think we could save it till net games. Because I think you were, when you were taking the last, like, whatever you call it, the boost panel, before you start the new lap, you were, like, ending up in the same place, I think, every single time. So I kind of wondering if it just, like, if it had that one, like, early rev problem where it, like, the boost kind of, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but, like...
Yeah, you like the music, don't you?
Shut the fuck up.
Good. Fuck.
Alright, well, we'll revisit this in a moment.
Oh yeah, the music is one of the only good things about freeriders.
So, final submission of the night is from Omnix, who this time went to the trouble of typing a period in both optional fields.
Oh.
Are you looking for feedback on anything in particular? Dot. Any known issues or quirks? Dot.
Yes.
But they answered the question of the week with Green Pill.
Wait, was it just straight up green pill and nothing else?
Give us V2 cares already 030 Tog.
Oh.
Same
okay.
dude. Let's take a look.
Based and green pilled.
Alright, so resubmit of the of last week's, I believe.
Is it me or are the colors warmer?
I don't think there's a color map. I think those are the same textures.
Yeah.
It feels warmer.
They might have adjusted the skybox.
So this got scaled up, I think, dramatically, and it does improve the look of the area pretty significantly. It's still busy, but it feels like festive busy, not like nonsense busy.
Also, that ramp's gone, which I think is an...
Sky Garden? Barkley, have you been drinking?
A good fucking song. It's true.
Yeah, overall, I remember having a lot of issues with the palette choices here, and while I can't pick out anything specific that was changed besides the black and white floor upscale, it feels more manageable to me for sure. Let's see. Okay, so I didn't skip checkpoint 2 anymore. Let me look at this and actually see, because I didn't have a problem reading this either. Did this turn get changed?
The signage got moved over.
I think the,
Yeah, the sneaker signage is now on the far left, and the right has a pretty visible chevron.
Well, that and, like, the cut was actually, like, moved a bit, I think.
Yeah, I think it was moved in.
Yeah.
Are you able to inflict shrink on yourself?
Cart Debug Shrink will do that.
Let's see.
What am I testing?
Let's see if you can take the shortcut or strong, because that was a problem we faced last time.
Always test for shrink. Easy speed, I say.
What is the fucking command? Am I already shrunk?
Cart debug shrunk?
I think you're
okay.
already shrunk.
Daily Barkley PSA, don't ever test for easy.
Suffering!
You never know. Sometimes some servers might run.
If you're playing easy, I'll find you.
He'll find you and he'll just start fucking making Kaku.
Yeah, sorry, Grandma. We
What
don't
am I doing
play
with the
on
shortcut on easy?
easy.
Or on
you-
train?
No easy, boys here.
Just use it. Like, just try to do it normally.
Try and take the shortcut.
Just try.
Could use more.
Okay,
Oh,
we
okay.
can
Yeah,
take
you
Don't
can
make
make it if you're dead on hard speed as an 8 speed, but that looked pretty tight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you go any lower.
But if you make it any easier, I feel like you make it possible to mow.
Yeah.
I don't think it can be. I don't think it gets much better than that. So. Yeah, honestly, this is like. I also noticed the cut from this turn is now gone.
Yep.
And
That's what I was-
given your options were rework it in a way that none of us could really make a substantial suggestion for, or just kill it, I think killing it is fine. This is a 4-lapper, it's okay for it to only have one cut.
Murder
And I
is
think
okay.
this area reads a lot better. No, it's not. This area reads a lot better because of it.
You know I'm quoting Twill, right?
I know, it's still not okay. Twill went home this morning after, like, we played Mahjong all night, and I just got gut shot over and over again. Mahjong is fucked up.
I'm sorry.
Is it that Mahjong game with those cute ladies? Because I've heard of that.
Huh?
Oh, there's this Mahjong game that Desert Peak is telling us about this style. It has a whole bunch of ladies in it, but gameplay's been solid.
We were playing
I'm
physical,
assuming
he brought over a
talking-
set.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, this received very few changes, and so I have very few things to say about it. Everything you did was good. Literally nothing but improvements.
You don't need anime girls when you're playing with the boys.
Nah, I'm with my boys!
I'm with the science team!
God damn it. How drunk are you, Barkley?
I'm not drunk at all.
Barkley being Barkley, what are you talking about?
I mean, you were right.
Barkley starts at a base blood alcohol percentage of like 6.
My blood actually just turns into alcohol by itself.
It's my stand power.
Have you ever had a can of
Yeah.
drink?
Anybody else? I don't think this is the Encore color map that we suggested be moved over to the main.
No, it's not, because I think... Nah, I mean, you could just take like a quick look at Encore.
Yeah,
Oh god.
Because, yeah, see, this is much
This
more
is
warm.
still better, IMO.
Yeah.
I still feel like this deserves to be the main.
Yeah, this sells the theme a
it's
little
different.
more.
New music?
New music.
Oh, okay, here it is!
There it fucking is.
Ooh, I like that one. I don't even hear it and I remember the tune.
I'm fucking dancing in my chair right now. PSO2 lobby vibes all day.
Do a lap. I want to see how this looks entirely visually. Just one.
Ah, fuck. I'm bad.
Yeah, this looks a lot better.
Yeah, even like this particular scrolling light texture being changed to use only red, yellow, and green instead of including a blue.
I would just. Why isn't this just the main one?
That was what we said last time this was here.
Oh,
Yeah, we
fuck.
literally
Now I'm
did that
part
last
of that group. Yeah, I would just make this the main color.
Ooh, yes! No, no, no!
Eat fence. I would. Okay, honestly, why not keep using the fence for like this entire section?
I still feel like
I
this
don't-
set could be moved up a little bit since it kind of obscures the inside of the turn.
I like the fence.
A little
And then they go to like this weird like red and white striped fence, and then they go to the new like colored fence, whatever you call this, the light.
I mean, I think this existing in this specific area is okay. This is like...
Oh no, I'm fine with this. I'm saying they should just make the red and white striped fence just the brown fence. From the
I felt like I
start.
was having a stroke looking at the sign. I'm like, what?
Take nod.
And I swear to God, here's what I did, and here's how you can tell that I'm actually the dumbest motherfucker to ever live. Like, not... I read this, and I'm like, is that Spanish?
Tag.
And I was
Encore
really
texture remake. Actually fucking translate that.
Yeah, this fencing is really weird. This entire ending section is red and white stripes.
I know it's not Spanish. I'm fluent in drunk Hispanic family members trying to reconnect with you. My entire dad's side is specialized in becoming wildly drunk in like the first 10 minutes of a party and then forcing me to pose for 500 photos, because that's just what you do if you're Puerto Rican. But sometimes your brain just does a dumb thing. I want this to work so badly.
The fence just seems like it fits more for the aesthetic of the map.
Literally, I swear to God, interaction that fucking happens with my dad's side of the family is we're all like waiting for people to show up at a party. Someone comes in, opens the door, first words after hanging up their bag, not "Hi, how are you?" not "Happy name of holiday," nothing like that. It's, I swear to God, as the bag is getting hung up, is there open wine?
That's good.
I love my family. Incredibly special to me. Alright, so this color map should still be the main. Everyone in agreement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there we go. That game testing time?
Yes.
I think so.
Something like that.
Alright. Let me go ahead. I'll swap map and remove... Oh. Forgot about that.
Yeah, you gotta disable rig.
I like Encore.
Alright, everybody join up and I will switch us to first map of the night in just a moment. Think everyone's in but Trail?
Is Trail
Me too.
AFK?
Trail died in real life.
Yeah, I'm not really participating in the race. I'm just watching.
Alright.
Got my
Anybody
own.
else? I can.
Yeah, I came in late. I've never really been playing these jartcasts before.
Is Ivo's map even compatible with multiplayer? Because I don't think there are waypoints.
We're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, if there's no checkpoints, so we should probably not do that.
Yeah.
So,
I'll set up a stream within the call in case anybody who's not playing wants to watch.
yeah, I don't think KMP checkpoints is enough for like a high player count game with so many death pits.
Not to mention the
I
last
think it
time
would
we
just be
tried-
jank.
Like the last time you tried, it also caused like a 6-7. I don't know if that was the
There's
cause
no
of the
checkpoints,
6-7.
but there are a finish line. No, KMP respawn points did not cause a Sig-Sev Porter, I swear to God.
I was
Lua
just
shouldn't
wondering.
even be able to do that.
I was just wondering. Wasn't it like an actual series?
Wonder D's.
Yes, this is a private server. Yes, we get this question every time. Yes, it is still private. Yes, it will likely remain private. Nobody wants their work in progress stuff leaked.
Nope.
Alright, so I guess we'll start with renderers then. Everybody ready? I can use
I
the
think
English
so.
language. Let's get it. Back to Beige Beach, huh?
No way! Okay.
Okay, yeah, you can still totally make that without stinger. I would address
Yeah,
that
you can take it driving straight. You don't even need to be at mini turbo speed. I wonder how hard trap items are to see in the shallow water.
I cannot see those boosters worth a damn. Holy
It's
shit.
kind of hard to see bananas, but otherwise,
Oh, I wanted to trap the ramp. Genji, why?
Sorry.
Ooh, yeah, the boosters are there for grow. I almost didn't make that.
I'll trap the ramp for you. Jesus fucking Christ, excuse me. That was the worst Freudian slip in the world.
Please, God.
Tramp the
Why would
ramp.
you- I'm gonna hit you. Get over. Where are you, Runa?
I don't know where I am.
I don't like that.
I'm good.
Donut says, I got hit by the SPB while holding a banana as gamma. Flame card MP.
You're in danger.
No way.
I don't feel like I'm in that much danger, though.
What the fuck was that Orby gun? You got
Always
that
my own
I
banana.
got that.
And the fucking power item squad comes out of the woodwork. Your motherfucking life ends 1 lap from now.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, come on. Siren, we're in the shitter now. And Chenji. We're the losers. We gotta accept it. No.
Okay, Tyrone, do you want to explain what happened? What the fuck?
Robot superiority. Next question.
That was me and Chenji just cogging at each other.
Right?
I literally don't know why that happened.
How did you zip?
Is it just based on top speed?
Maybe?
Based on what?
Get 8 speeded, I guess. I mean, what is
story.
You is
you
what
look like
stats?
Like 5
Big
speed.
mighty stats.
Yeah, it's 5 speed and like
8 weight, probably.
5 or 7 or 8.
yeah.
Emergency code.
Yeah, I think that might just be a speed check then, in which case, get owned, robots forever.
Fucking hell. If I was Joker, this would have been a different story.
Too easy! Break down!
Oh, fuck.
I hit hormone reflex.
I do that all the time. Just turn on once.
I mean, I don't think
We
it's
already
possible.
scream enough.
Yeah, but I want to scream with my home.
That jump still dragging you down feels kind of strange, but way less egregious than the other jump did before.
Oh, Siron.
Oh, that's
Aw,
scary.
shit.
Oh, that's scary. I don't like that.
What's
Okay, so
scary?
you can't
I was
quite
fucking
take
in
it.
the ramp in a space.
Yeah!
And fucking Runa had an Orby just to my left, and I'm like, oh shit, oh fuck, that's right next to me.
Oh
isn't
shit.
it?
Yeah, I totally missed that turn. The one that Runa was talking about, with the item boxes blocking the downward slope.
Too easy. Break down.
Fairness.
Did I just get Regal? Was there a fucking Regal wall there?
Oh shit, I almost turned wrong at the underwater.
No!
I might save a fucking replay of that.
I actually wanted to raw detonate right there. I should have done it. Oh. That pillar's solid, the fuck?
What
Okay.
happened? Why did you go right? Did you hit something?
Me?
Yeah. You were at the jump and then you just kind of like veered right, and I was like,
My brain has been poisoned because you said me, and you fucking already know what I was expecting at the end.
God, no. Fucking hell.
I am now entering
Catch.
dimension.
What?
Mid-air jaws, the best. I missed the set though, it's karma. See you later.
Oh, there we go.
So I'm back.
No, my SSS! No, come back!
I think has anybody
Broken 6
pointed out
slide.
has anybody pointed out that the checkpoints are kind of borked on that
Oh,
last?
they're fucked. Yeah,
Are
near
they?
like the last turn, I'm going from like 11th to like 8th.
Hmm.
It's a little goofed.
So, I think the downward slope spiral turn still exists as kind of a question mark in my head. I'm a little bit confused about why that is the way that it is, since I definitely misread on Encore when I didn't have muscle memory to back me up. And I think it seems like it's probably going to be a pretty common misread. Anybody else?
Nah.
We're all in agreement this is still beach map, but slightly better? Pretty
Yeah,
much
I mean,
good to go besides that?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you can release this today or tomorrow, basically.
I just got back, so I can't say.
Alright, I think next up we have Soup with map SY.
Soup time. Soup's on.
Whoops, I forgot to do the thing.
Genji!
What now?
It's not even a well. It's a pun, but it's a pun that works. You can't fucking. Oh God,
Emergency
my controller died.
code! Weave!
My controller's good.
Fuck out of my...
Shit! Barkley, I was having controller issues. You can't
I'm
fucking
not
yell
gonna
at me.
control your life to 0!
Uh-oh. I should probably get out of here. Never mind, I'll let you go in front.
You gotta take control of that
Ooh,
situation.
I took the left path. Oh no. Oh.
What a cute map shape. Yeah, you know.
I fucking love the visuals here.
Are we just here making Tim Allen noises now?
I said it before, Porter is literally Tim Allen.
Wait,
I made that sound!
I mean, I also make those sounds.
Fucking... Even if he did, Barkley, there was like a jartcast like 6 jartcasts ago where we were playing the one aerial garden map where like Porter was just basically making the fucking the noise for
Me and Rune are just bouncing around.
Oh god, that's fire.
True jartcast fans will know what I'm referring to.
The exit of that spiral's so rough, damn it. Oh no.
No,
Some people may only be watching season based like from the OVA first, and then the rest of the first season.
I'm gonna post my preferred jartcast viewing order.
Oh my god. I'm ready for jartcast guy.
You bitch! Oh, emergency code died!
Skip
Now-
6 through 12 and just watch the second movie. Same thing but better paced.
Second movie.
But
Yeah, the great T
Points if you know what I'm talking about.
just watch the Tyrone cut when it comes out.
Bro, why?
Fan
That's
edit
not
that removes
based-
every single time Porter opens his fucking mouth.
Okay!
Your puns are unbearable. It is insane. They have gotten so much worse.
I mean, yeah, I'll admit I'm kind of getting a bit forced.
Wolf's is like, why bother? Just treat this jartcast manga. Yeah, really, this is just a piss-poor adaptation of Poe no Contest.
We're getting to
They're
the
fucking
point
phoning
where
in the voice work, too.
Man, the dub is
Right.
off.
Hey, Tyrone.
You say read the
All the
manga.
emergency codes.
Manga would do so much better. They changed so much from the manga.
Emergency code. Wet.
I feel like the filler we got in the anime is probably the time where we actually did all of Turbo Flash.
Can't just do that, Abu.
You bit! Who the fuck is Styron? I'm putting you in the cringe box. Get back.
The secret behind the first audience booth, if anyone cares. Oh boy.
Or wait, that's...
Wow.
There's a secret.
Super hard Luther is cringe. Bruh.
Yeah, the fact that he has more HP than fucking extremely
I'm not
hard.
getting that half hour of my life back.
This is so rough as a character with subpar handling. Holy shit.
Did I scare you? Oh
Not that
god.
that's a bad thing, I guess.
Please help me.
I just did.
I'm looking for the secret.
Oh, please don't kill me. Jesus Christ.
It's going. It's coming out.
Ooh, I activated that really.
Soup. Soup.
Where are you? Are you with the one?
You're at the secret, aren't you?
I'm at the secret.
Is it a good secret or a bad?
Why don't you guys spectate me, you know?
Did you lose Flood? Is that what happened?
Where? I can't spectate.
It's a fucking stick bug, isn't it?
Wait.
Come on, how is that not funny, Chenji? Do you have a stick up your ass? Come on, dude.
Stick bug.
Oh, fuck! No, I was already spectating! No! Fuck!
You really bug you that much?
Yeah.
We're both. He's gonna kill us. He has no remorse. It's gonna be over.
I'm against user-generated content on Jartcast. I think we should just review the vanilla maps over and over again.
Yeah, let's go back to the.
Randomly.
Endless 8! Oh my god, it is the Endless 8!
So great.
Stop! No! Illegal! We don't mention that around here.
Kyonkun Denwa?
Also, by the way, Tyrone, you can see that the sign actually changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did catch it.
Alright, just making sure because you mentioned it earlier.
Alright, so the layout still feels like, even after like having played through a couple previous iterations of this, I still feel like I catch myself drifting the wrong way, and it's not a huge speed loss when I correct, but I feel like I'm getting thrown around a little bit, you know?
There were a couple turns that tripped me up in Encore.
Yeah.
Muscle memory?
Seems like a very claustrophobic map.
Yeah, because the question we were trying to answer at the start of this was, mob scale by about 6%, is there enough space to react to turns now? And I think with the exception of the spiral, the answer is generally yes, but it still feels like players get funneled through some pretty tight points in places. Fate, stay mad. Alright, so I'm having problems reading, like, most of the turns. Yeah, maybe... I kind of skimmed over this in the turn-by-turn because it didn't receive a whole lot of substantial layout changes, and it would probably feel like I was repeating myself, but the turns in the back half after the dish are a little bit... I feel like a lot of them are missing scenery to guide the player beyond just arrows only.
Yeah, actually, I agree. I would actually use a different wall texture for the turns because, like, I feel like it aid them, you know, knowing that, like, oh, hey, this is actually something different from the entire, you know, rest of the course. Something to help, like, guide them, I suppose.
I actually also feel like there should be more arrows as well, or like arrows placed in like places that like better direction you, I guess. I don't know.
No, I understand.
Soup asks, what scenery or textures should I use back there specifically, if not arrows?
Well, not back there, but I mean, like, you have the fence mid-texture. Like, a fence is kind of a natural guiding element because, you know, you're not gonna drive through a fucking fence. So, like, think of stuff like rocks and stuff to line the sides, you know? Stuff that's a lot more visible to the player from a distance and is, you know, a large eye catch, not just like a tiny fence or like, you know, a sign out in the middle of nowhere. More natural leading elements.
Alright, anybody else?
I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good course otherwise.
Introns are cute.
It's okay.
That's my take.
Yeah,
The water's not wet, water's water.
Yeah, Scooty touches on this, leading lines probably also. Like, because the course in general is missing a midline or a leading line more or less everywhere in the back half of problem turns. I think you probably have an idea for what needs to be done about those. So, good luck, I guess. Me too. Moving on. I have been wondering about this all night. And I missed the start boost.
No, I don't want to go in the piss!
I didn't touch on this during the turn-by-turn, but you basically have zero opportunities to learn that piss is a spin-out area or even any kind of meaningful hazard until it's hit you.
What? Yeah. Yes,
not.
It actually is.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so that's... Okay, never mind. That's not more doable. Like, I realized that it is...
Yeah, this doesn't feel meaningfully dodgeable at all, especially past the apex of the corner.
Yeah, once you're past where you can't even see Isaac anymore, you can't really, like, dodge anything because you can't fucking see it anymore. But they're still coming.
Yeah, the upward slopes into fog areas are a little difficult, I would think.
Oh my god, it's so easy to miss the item on that fucking boost item section.
As for the first enemy, it kind of feels like if you're there on the wrong cycle, you just get hit. Oh my god, the chandeliers collide. Holy fuck.
I want to compliment one thing in particular. Excellent use of the carpet for a leading line. Like, it's super simple and it's obvious, but like, it's really helpful.
We...
Nice detail would have been like if you could actually hit the bosses with like items or something like that.
I want to ask if you did these stained glass windows yourself.
I don't think you would want to hit that mini boss.
I really like what.
Oh my god, you can land on the chandelier! No!
I wouldn't
what is
want
this,
to hit
Super
that
Mario RPG?
Yeah, I think... when you're like actually trying to maintain speed in a race environment, there is absolutely no way you can do anything about any of Isaac's shots.
Oh my. No, stop.
I think you can preserve the feel of that hazard by making the shots bigger and significantly slower, and maybe a little bit less dense.
I would say try to do something interesting with it, because like I had Grow, I landed on the chandelier.
I saw that actually. I that
and then I
happened to me
just
as well.
fell off, and I like was not ready for whatever I was landing at.
Trail, I'm not currently dropping frames.
They did mention that
probably
there might be frame issues here.
It might be because how fog works. Whenever you put fog on a map, it like spreads to everything that's on that map, and in the entirety that's at the same level as where you put the fog thing. It might be that.
Yeah, not to mention it's got transparency.
Oh.
So like that's gonna bog down software. If you
Yeah,
run
there's
it
a lot of
slower.
fog on this map too. I don't know. What the fuck is this music?
Oh, this song is missing. It's
Oh.
Oh, it's fucking.
oh, it's Delirium.
Yeah. It's fucking that guy.
It's the Delirium music. The Void, I think.
So that's what the theme's gonna be for the mirror mode? Delirium?
Nah, this isn't Delirium. It was
Yeah,
just-
I don't feel like I have any control over whether or not I'm getting hit by Isaac. I'm trying not to scrub quote it because I think it's conceptually interesting, but I actually feel like I have nothing to do.
You know what this music reminds me of? Crash to Insanity.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
I forgot what kind of music that's called. I fucking. Acapella, right?
Emergency code. Hey, that's pretty good.
I just don't aggro that
man.
fucking guy for
Muscle
however
memory's
you do
fucking me
that.
up.
Well, if you wanted to make Isaac actually in the game, it makes that he couldn't
Oh, the chandeliers colliding is so rough. And it actually, the hazards on the inside and the outside of the Isaac turn as well seem a little bit difficult to see. Like, between the pews and the blocks for cover. It kind of feels like they fade into the background a little bit too much. They're, like, actually visually difficult to identify for me. Hopefully I'm not alone in that. Oh, God.
Fuck.
I can't tell if that's thunder outside or if that's part of the map.
Those candles are rough if you take them the wrong way. Like I did 3 times in a row.
F.
I think that candles are fine because there's spots where you don't have to drive through a candle. That was
Yeah,
probably
it
the
honestly
item.
just feels like whether or not you get it by Isaac is largely determined by whether or not he's actually firing when you land.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I'm
almost as if
nice.
because this game's a roguelike, there are random elements scattered throughout the course, and that you need to adjust to.
Put the D6 in this course. Can we custom one to reroll my item box?
That entrance into the final mirror is hella.
Yeah, it didn't feel as weird to me when I was taking it in the turn by turn, but it does feel like it takes a weird adjustment to actually get in there at speed. I'm not sure what the disjoint is, but I definitely found myself bonking on the outside wall before getting
Mario,
in.
a little bit of a spicy take.
Congratulations on your 8-speed victory. Yeah, it is kind of a whole bunch of straightaways connected by evil shit. It'd be like
So,
that.
There is something real quick I want to point out, is that the candles, I think the pattern on them is a little rough, especially because you were, like if you go into the middle, there's like a very narrow, like,
Yeah,
very
there's not a
narrow
lot. Yeah, there's not a lot of room to kind of make any errors because
and it's,
like
especially noticeable with like multiple people.
yeah.
I died there my first time racing, like about 3 times in a row, I think.
And due to like where you respawn, it kind of fucks you up because you try to readjust to like, okay, I'm not able to go to the middle, so I'll try going to the left or right. But because of how the respawn, like where the respawn puts you, it kind of fucks up your positioning. Puts you like way too close to the actual boost pads before you can even think
Oh
about.
no.
Yeah.
Emergency code, mommy.
Yeah,
No.
so Steel echoing the stuff about the broken window at the very end being tough to line up for.
Yeah.
The spring pillars have never been a positive experience, no matter who has mapped it. I don't think the spring pillars there are like the concept. It's the shape of the area you're landing in more than like, because the actual spring pillars seem like they're very hard to screw up on. It's just that you don't feel like you have quite enough time to like readjust your angle before you're required to funnel into the ramp, and you are required to funnel in. It narrows quite a lot. I've fallen off there at least 3 times. Well. Fuck me, I guess. Works on my machine.
Your machine's an 8-speed character.
Remember when I used to say that? Remember when I used to say that about like PSO2 on Microsoft Store, and then immediately I got fucked.
Yeah, same thing happened to me.
Ugh.
Critical mission failure.
But yeah, you got your spectrum of opinions. I think you probably know what needs to be done. Next up is... I've been wondering about this. Oh.
Well then.
Someone didn't
So
make
there's
one.
problem 1. Yeah, I definitely misread the first turn at the start again.
I didn't even turn.
I keep thinking these are Sonic Battle instruments. Like I keep carrying the fucking synth that's used in Club Rouge.
Got it. But I worked.
Alright. You were holding that whole time, Porter? Damn.
Yeah. I had to make sure if anyone had any jaws, I could fucking deflect it.
Die.
Live.
Operation. No, you're gonna die.
That's just episode 2.
You hurt. Okay, I didn't do anything.
No, you're 8 weight. No.
8 weight, excuse me.
5 weight. I don't know. I died. Come on, Eve's not that bad.
Okay, yeah, that slope for the shortcut is a lot steeper than I was expecting.
I deployed too. Just didn't matter. Point blank ball hog does that to people. I don't think I'm even gonna fuck with the ramp. I think I'm just gonna shoo straight through here.
Fuck! Oh, thank you. Never mind.
Besides, like, well,
Both of them? You were done.
I am the best! No, man.
Like, you were in first. You didn't need to throw those.
I'm in third, Knucklehead.
I keep saying that and they keep doing it. They know they're bad people. They will not stop. They're the type of people that, like, get orange juice out of the fridge. They open the cap. They just take a sip and they put it back in.
Is it a super long death fall if you, like, get bumped off the early turns? Chunji switches to fucking... like, fuck this, give me the handling.
Actually, no, I'm still using restat. I just want to use Tahoe.
Hey, there you go. It's a good color.
I made her very, very pelican.
Why?
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Hope you didn't like your muscle memory.
No, my muscles
Right
and my
back.
memory. Please throw that, Mari. Thank you.
God, you were waiting until I, like... You were totally waiting. I hate you.
Yeah, that slope is really fucking steep.
Mari didn't want to hit me.
No, she was waiting until I got out of the corridor, so I wouldn't have
so
walls.
bad. The farther back I am, the worse I play, because I'm convinced I have to take risks to get ahead.
You have to slow down for me. I'm a lower speed than you.
I'm in first. I don't know what you're talking about.
Slow down! I'm
No.
not in first.
Oh wait, you're the vice.
I'm on tails.
No, you're the tails.
I have the same color.
Oh my god, whoa, 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 okay. That's... oh, shit. I can make it back down here. Oh, and now I'm...
Oh.
So that should probably not be able to happen, because now my race is over.
Jesus Christ.
What happened?
That was not
Alright,
intentional. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Me and Laz just had a bit of a fit back here.
That's pretty rough.
That's frustrating.
I'd like everyone to direct their attention to the minimap.
I don't see it. Oh, no, I went too far.
With the fucking blue bridge crossing over the purple area. I fell off and landed in the purple. That is so steep. How the fuck?
How did I get 4th? Alright, I'm done playing Tails. Come on, Tails.
I'm done playing game.
Please don't kill me. I want to live. I want to live!
Okay,
You will die.
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 Or else you.
Yeah,
Duh.
I fell off and part of the floor isn't a death plane. Legit. Losing half a lap because I, like, wildly oversteered on the upper path and dropped down. That was deeply frustrating. Everybody dead tonight, huh?
What?
Kinda, sorta. It's been like, what, 3 hours?
That's becoming the new normal. People are really fucking getting excited about submitting shit every week.
Do I need to start yelling at us to go to the next map whenever we've stayed too long? I'll do it.
Like, on the plus side, the
I'll
fact
start
that we're
yelling.
getting- the fact that we're getting this many submissions is kind of a good thing.
I swear
At
to
the same
God,
time-
I'm gonna start doing like a 10-minute egg timer on my desk or something. But I want to give everything as much fucking coverage as I feel like I have to say, you know?
No, I completely understand.
I also didn't eat before this.
That's on you!
Runa!
I ate before coming here.
I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming.
I have the gun loaded.
It's not the
What do you
blame.
mean?
I mean, why are you here and not preparing food?
Hold on.
It's not the fact that you're blaming the Runa, listen. It's not the fact that you're blaming that you haven't eaten for this. It's more that you haven't eaten at all.
I mean,
Have you not had food today?
That's it, Runa.
Runa!
Just a yes or no answer.
Emergency code. Bruh.
Now, come on. Food is important. Without food, you can't game optimally. You can't live optimally.
Did you at least have breakfast?
I was asleep for a good chunk of today. I'm sorry.
You were a stink gamer!
Anyways, this is a course critique stream.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
Public health announcement. Do not
Fucking eat stuff!
So wait, Tyrone, was your issue just the fact there wasn't a death plane that existed?
Yeah, it's...
Alright,
I should have died instead of dropping to a lower path and surviving.
That's an easy fix then,
Yeah.
so long as he knows. Then fix it.
I'm gonna say, I usually eat before the jartcast starts, and I forgot to today, so that's why I'm a little out of it.
Alright.
But
Well, let's keep
Have
moving
a
so we can
backup
free
bag of
Runa from the
Doritos
no-food
and some
vortex. Next up, Wreck and Rally. L8.
You say that, and I keep thinking in my mind Record Ralph.
I can see it.
Rock record. That turn. I mean, yes, yep.
Runa.
yeah,
Oh, come on! God damn it, really? Oh, good, sneakers. Well, if I get hit enough, they're actually worth something. Yeah, I was able to get rid of 3 sneakers in a set. Because I got hit constantly. Oh my god.
Yeah, I do not like how you're in blue state for this entire map. Holy fuck.
I also misread the last set of turns again. I feel like I definitely do what Runa was talking about, where you kind of fake right when it doesn't really swing to the right at all.
I'm not done yet. Sonic win.
I'll use your...
That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, Sonic is pretty scary.
He is. stole my lunch money in 4th grade.
I met Sonic at the supermarket, etc., etc.
I feel like the problem I have with this map is that the boost pads just set up the leading line instead of having them learn it. And that now, with boost pads being the leading line, a bomb being placed in front of it makes your line incredibly, like, you're just gonna be fucked.
I thought I could fucking slip tied in time to dodge that.
He has the bomb.
Some days you just can't get rid of them.
You
Dude,
tried.
do I have a fucking magnet on me today?
Order.
Nope.
Whoa! Why?
I have only been getting triple shoes for the entirety of this race.
Yeah.
There's no mini-map, so I can't tell who's front running.
Unironically though, I
Mari.
will actually bring up boost stacking just because this seems like it'd be good for V2. I think this will probably work a lot better in that environment. But here, just you don't really get much out of the entire map being sneakers.
It has been 0 days since Barkley wanted V2.
What? I'm just making an
I know!
Right? No, you're right. No, that's fine.
Come on, Barkley.
She
Barkley's
said
getting
us.
thirsty
Maple
for the
1,
rings.
literally how she's 2-speed. Because you can chain a haste reds this whole course. I don't think it's that much of a disadvantage here.
Barkley wants the rings. I want the slope physics.
I want both actually, to be honest, bro.
They never ask how's V2.
I didn't want the powerful explosion effect. He knew he was gonna put a banana there, but I'm already certain. Is that gonna hit
Wow, Gunnar, are you having fun? I'm having fun.
It's okay. Trying to sprite in downtime, so my hand is actually functioning well enough.
Oh wait, I actually.
Oh.
Did I not?
Just don't pull an Oni.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Sprite fucking
you
flame shield
talked
again.
about
That was actually
that
the last wrong
turn,
drift.
Runa? You remember that turn where you were like, I almost did that. I kind of like understood. I was like, oh wait, the turn's not fucking there. Stop.
Yeah.
I did the same goddamn thing.
Oh shit. Yeah, like what I'm doing right now in first is I'm just like, alright, where's the next boost pad? Because I need to hit them or I'm gonna be eating shit. Oh, I missed a boost pad. No, Porter!
Yeah, I'm coming.
No, not like this.
Maybe not like this, but
I'm playing a low tier, you can't do this.
that didn't work.
In the immortal words of our Lord and Savior Sanford Kelly. Say it with me, class. Pick a top tier.
No! That
Not
banana
like that,
saved my fucking life. Also, goodbye.
Yeah, I had a little spike.
I got it on the railing. Yay.
What if my main's the top tier in haste?
Come on, no, hit him.
Haste buff Sakura is like the start of the fucking cart modding iceberg.
Porter, so lucky I want to itch my nose. I'm gonna stop. Holy fuck, my nose. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, I'm better.
Okay.
Actually, I've just had to itch my nose. Go fuck
I went
yourself.
all the way from 2nd to 9th just to itch my nose. That's my John.
Wait, you still have a nose?
I mean, who knows?
God!
Can you please kick him for that?
No, please.
Please ban him.
No, please, no, please, no.
I'm this.
We finally found it. Humor that's funny to nobody.
You know what? Next time Porter makes a pun, I'm gonna follow it up with "Let's go, Porter!"
Let's go, Porter!
God
Go
damn
where?
it. God damn it, no.
Let's fucking go!
Game paused by fucking eat zone.
Emergency code Gank no contest.
Gak no contest.
Emergency code. No contest.
That's the side story.
We have Polino contest and now
It's the spin-off set 30 years after the disbanding of the jartcast team.
Episode 5 looking.
It's a gotcha.
No.
Yeah,
That's
the Jar team-
impossible. That's
The
not
jerk-
true.
This hell. I'm sorry, Tyrone. The jerk.
What was that? Hello?
That was
Did anybody else hear the shit that I just heard?
hello.
No, all I heard was Mike eating. All I heard was fucking.
That's right here.
Wait, it's all gotcha. Always had
I'm
been.
pretty sure.
As says Jartcast Gotcha Isekai. No! 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 No!
He's walking out of the
Doing the
room.
me thing.
But Tyrone, you get to be reincarnated into evil.
Don't like it. Not good.
We're so close. Just let us finish. I'm dying.
You okay?
Bruno's currently dying for
No.
food. We need Bruno to eat.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm going to die now. Oh my fucking god.
As soon as Tyrone
But
stops having a
Tyrone
mental
gets
breakdown-
reincarnated as a 5-star SSR L-Sword player.
Hey, at least it wasn't my fault.
So,
this
okay,
How
time.
do you feel about
Yeah.
Wreck and Rally?
It's pretty good. I think the
I-
biggest thing is the boost panels. It's probably been beaten over the head already, but
Yeah, Plum seems
making
very
it
aware
back
of it.
is, yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's what I think about the map too.
Also, sneaker panels can.
I'm gonna say I don't know how the map will fare without the boost panels because it seems like a lot of the sections and turns seem to have the speed from boost panels in mind for them.
You could just pace the boost panels out, make it so they're not as plentiful, but don't like get rid of all of them.
Also, probably most of them should be on the outside line rather than the inside line.
I don't know. I think people will voice their issues whenever it gets released. They'll be like, this is anti-pog.
Alright. Next up, Marsh's Y2K explosion?
I still need to play Crossneck. Actually, I got it.
Oh no. I'm a little worried.
Oh good, no one noticed that it became green for a second.
Everyone will know your secret.
Oh,
Secret come out.
holy shit, that ball hog bouncing off the back wall.
Why are there
Nutty.
items at the edge here? And then what?
I actually don't drink
Supposed to be a battle map, the battle race hybrid, I believe. I think is the intention behind it.
Oh, that's a bit. Oh dear. Okay, I'm not the only one.
I was right behind you.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm watching everyone do that, yep.
Yeah.
Because there's that little blue patch of opera, and you're like, alright, let's fucking go. Oh.
Let's set up the cut. Oh no.
Let's go!
I guess I just killed Bruna.
Yeah.
That's just death.
Where am I?
Yeah, I saw that, Tyrone. What did you do?
I'm trying to figure that out. I don't even know whether I was going forward.
Of course, the character with like the best handling on a track like this. Because, oh my god, I'm in a mess.
Because it can't possibly be that Mari's actually good at the game, right?
It's also
I get so heated over character arguments so quickly. Because everybody plays the fucking stats they feel give them the best chance. If you don't do that, you're lying.
where am I? Oh.
I just picked by aesthetics.
I just let Iron Man work with it.
Well, you get an aesthetic power-up because you care about those things. So deep down, I'm still correct.
I do find myself gravitating towards Charter.
What am I gonna do with 1-2? What am I on?
Tried it, Les.
That fucking ramp in the center of that section just yeeting you directly upward. Stayed back at the start and rolled a rocket sneakers to the beginning cut.
So you're just an
yeah,
asshole.
that shit's really strong. I gained like 7 positions off it when I took it in lap 2, and then I fucking launched off the edge of like some sloped border and just died to
I
death.
went from like 9th to 2nd both times I used it, so I think it kind of goes for itself.
Wilding.
No, modern Sonic. Why can't I see the track?
Alright, so that's the second time I've gotten bumped into that off-road to start.
I feel like these slopes for some of these turns actually straight up are perfect for just...
That set at the very outside edge of like the third turn is really interesting. So you do have to divert pretty far to take it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take a fucking chip for that replay.
Oh. Sorry, Jiff?
No argument.
Third round, I see.
Yeah, like-
Hydro City. Fucking, what was it for round 2? What were we fucking arguing over? Pronunciation?
I don't remember. Oh, right.
We had a
Kaku.
round 2 in there.
Yeah,
Now
here on
it's
Gartcast,
Jiff
that's all we can do.
You are going into like dangerous fucking territory right now, Tyrone.
Or small. Wait, did you just say Jartcast?
Yes.
If you're gonna hit me with the fucking graphics interchange format, hell yeah, I'm gonna say Gartcast.
I sniped my own
Need more
banana
dark.
peel with another banana peel.
Ow.
You know, Tyrone, as a graphic design major, I don't know if that's the worst thing you've said to me. It might be worse than the fucking, I don't know the difference between Idolmaster and Love Live. You might have topped that tonight.
That's you pronounce it GIF. That's what you're
It is actually from the fucking source of the format itself supposed to be pronounced GIF.
Yeah, and if I tell you Hornmon is pronounced elephant, I'm still wrong.
But isn't GIF what choosy moms choose?
The fact that while having the argument you have to spell it a different way while arguing for the GIF pronunciation should be enough of an indicator that it's fucking incorrect. I held 3 sneakers because I was so mad about this.
The only GIF I know about is fucking peanut butter, okay?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Son GIF. Son GIF. Ah, yes, my favorite grappler.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I gotta save a replay of that, first and foremost, so I don't forget, because I
Yeah, I got an auto-saved replay if it's, if you need that on the way out.
Awesome. So, one thing about this map that I still feel very strongly about is the fact that, like, the floor and everything around is still super busy.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like it was fucking punching me in the gut in Encore. Where, like, I was actually making the left turn, like, to where I'm actually fucking going into the, into the cut, thinking that was part of the main path, and it's like, oh wait, no. Like, there's so much going on that there's, like, actually no visual tell for that turn, in my eyes. A lot of information. I would try and tone that down.
I had a tough time reading anything on this track.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
I think we've all touched on how strong the opening cut is. I'm not even sure how you would nerf that from a layout perspective.
Does it entirely need to even be there, to be honest?
Yeah, I don't know if it does. I mean, hopefully Marsh was around to see me getting yeeted into the fucking stratosphere and onto some apparently unreachable area. So you saw me, you were like there when you saw me launch off.
You went DuckTales.
Yeah. But yeah, a bunch of conflicting visual information and the lack of a clearly identifiable visual for where the hell to go next is pretty damning for what's otherwise a pretty simple and solid layout, with the exception of the insane cut at the start and whatever the hell happened to me. Seaside says, Infernal Hellhole Chaos Take, I use both pronunciations. GIF, GIF, it's all the same. You probably like ice cream cake, don't you, you motherfucker?
Also,
I mean, fair enough, fair enough.
Also, someone brought up in chat, Chenji, that like if we're going with the GIF thing, then your name is officially Chenji.
I know. I know. I mean, pot beat fucking kettle. But here's the thing. Even if, because of the way that it is, it's an acronym, I get that. But if it's from the fucking mouth of the creator of the format itself, there is a factual way to pronounce it.
They're a programmer, not a linguist!
And they're wrong!
They created it, though!
Yeah, but you know who says GIF?
Who in their fucking right mind? Who in their right mind would accept me saying, actually, Hornmod was pronounced Jornmod this entire time?
Tyrone.
You don't have to accept it, but it's.
Yeah, let's move on to the next map.
Fair enough.
I'm going.
Oh fuck!
Why would you pick it out?
Dr. Manhattan time.
Easy choice.
Where's that ball?
That was a complete wrong drift.
You can't call Hornmod Jornmod only because we eventually have to release the Jartcast Horn Pack. It's 500 Runa Screams and call that Jornmod.
Yo, let's go. Looks like I might do something with the waypoints because I got sneakers in first.
Went the wrong way.
I got sneakers in first again and it screwed me over.
I can't hear you.
Oh, this isn't the right way.
No!
I finally recognized that.
Did you take the troll path?
I took this is stupid, why is this in this map? Fucking don't do this path.
Sounds like you did.
That's essentially what Tyrone reached a conclusion about.
I know.
Why is it targeting me?
Oh no. Yeah, there's something not quite right about this. Gartcast?
Garfield.
Do any of you hate Mondays?
Apparently we all hate Saturdays.
Why is this over here? Why is this on the mini-map?
Well, time to check that off the bingo.
Can't make a ha-ha point.
Yeah, who the fuck's been keeping track of the bingo card?
It's personalized, remember?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to check the replay. I'm not sure why that I went ahead and
What? I hate it here.
I was literally going more than 40 frac units.
What do you mean I finished in 11th?
Okay. So yeah, my suspicions are confirmed then. That
Oh, so it does teleport you to center. I was wondering.
Yeah. I that was what I was trying to like articulate.
Oh yeah.
I fucked up with that. I'm sorry, Gunla.
It's a one flag change supposedly to fix that.
It is a one flag change.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure why I got hit by that SBB when I was traveling faster than the minimum speed for it, so I'm just confused.
Okay. And I missed the set. That's awesome.
I'll throw this.
I had all the space in the world to not fucking tail you, Gunla. And I'm just like, no, I'll drive behind him. Nothing bad could happen.
Hi, Griff. Hello, Porter. You sound very tired.
this section is way too tight at the end.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty significant departure from the just the rest of this map's style.
I got hit by the SPP while I was in 11.
See you later.
Oh.
Thanks, Trail.
Hey, at least you got pushed back up to speed.
What the fuck? 4 bananas is a thing?
Card MP.
Card MP.
The question is, how do I catch each other?
No, not that one. Not that one. I'm like, oh, it's the cut. I'll take it. Wait. Anywhere but there.
There are a lot of players on this map.
Can I get a Thundershoot?
Oh, I don't like that checkpoint shuffling.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I got an orbit I didn't like last. No big deal.
Maybe it's just because the turn is so tight that it's... Even if you go that speed, it's not enough.
So when you finish in last. And then you're
This is a beautiful fucking result screen. So...
You got all these emergency codes.
Well, shit, if it's from Obama's mouth, dude.
Yeah, the big thing that sticks out to me is just the ending turn. It seems like a very stark
besides the
contrast.
fucking the trap dead end turn. Yeah, the final spiral is like worse than the Daytona spiral. Honestly, it's extremely tough.
Like, I honestly feel like that's a little merciless for an SPB chase even.
Yeah, I'm not even like, if you're low spark rate, I don't know how you make it through there.
Because I was going like I was hitting the minimum speed and I was still I got hit both times around. So
yeah, you might not actually have like the mechanical space to safely mini turbo off each wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, me too. You know what's up. You know what's going on here. Just the nonsense troll area. It's like maybe cute as an Easter egg, but don't make it look like part of the main path. Clean up some of the shortcuts. Clean up those final turns. Don't snap people to the center on a gigantic scripted jump that lasts 25 years.
Absolutely.
You know how it is. If you considered possibly less giant open spaces and straightaways asking for a friend. I mean, that's kind of blocked into the layout at this point. It's like, if you're gonna bail from that premise, you may as well make a new map.
Straightaways aren't a bad thing.
Yeah.
This map just has like 50 of them.
Yeah, it's...
There's a lot of items.
Like, these are like wide open areas, even by the standard of wide open areas. Like, we just got out of Marsh's virtual on Clusterfuck, and those areas were specifically designed to be like pretty open and full of item interactions, but like these go above and beyond to the point where they kind of feel desolate, and I don't think there's a lot to be done with it at this stage, which is kind of unfortunate. I'll totally acknowledge that as a taste thing, though. It's like, it's an easy drive. Some people are going to be into that. Is that a cat?
Yes, that's Barkley's cat.
Yeah, it's the V2 dev.
Yeah.
Legit. Alright. Last of the night. Don't you nya at me. Nyankly. Whoa.
Took me a minute. Took me a fucking minute.
There really wasn't much there to get. I just kind of made a mouth noise. Next time I might actually have to break out the egg timer. Maybe that's the Season 2 change.
Oh!
Goodbye, Trail.
I feel like it might be a change for that.
Bruh!
Like, it would keep things consistent.
Hello,
Give everyone
Berkeley.
a fair
How are
amount
you?
of, like, time to
Yeah.
observe for a map.
Give it like
And
X
actually,
runs.
like, Yeah. Actually, maybe even set up a standard for, like, if it's a returning course, like, maybe set up 5 minutes, you know,
Yeah.
first time. Adjust the link.
Because I don't want to kill you guys on the couch every fucking night. I'm used to this shit. Nobody else wants to do this.
Oh my god, Barkley, I'm so sorry.
I don't really like this balloon. God, it's so easy.
I really wish the balloon gimmick had made it to more places in this course. I kind of get why it didn't, but it seems like the sort of, like slopes into balloons seems like a gimmick that you could build an entire course around, and I hope someone does. What? I swear to god I got stuck inside the wall like it was made of taffy.
Me too.
Oh god!
Into the...
And your egg box, Jesus.
That was a lot.
I hit the
Oh my god, I think the Grim Reaper has a fucking hit on me.
What do you
I
mean?
just dodged 2 Orbeez. Like, I fucking grazed those shit. Like, I got fucking bonus points for avoiding those.
Are they both green?
One was green, one was sapphire.
Ah, well, for the green one, you're welcome.
Well, I mean, I avoided it. So, like...
yeah.
So, you ready for the better color palette?
No.
Yeah.
Better music.
Debatable.
I'll accept it. It's
it
a
still
better
slaps.
take than Jif.
We're still on this.
Let's move on.
You don't
okay?
need to use the plural, it's just me, and I'll always be mad and there's nothing you can do about it. Just like as a general way I live my life, not specifically related to the pronunciation of soft versus hard G's.
I don't know what character I'm playing.
Oh my god, get me the fuck out of here.
Wait, Gunla, did you fall off the track?
No. Holy shit, I'm actually dying back here.
Watch out!
This is another very claustrophobic track.
Oh!
You bounced off me.
Yeah, I noticed.
Jesus.
Oh,
like,
and I
there's
missed
no way
the
to
set.
react after some of these turns.
I should have
Or
just
died
fucking,
of them.
well, I may as well skip this set and just take the cut. Jesus. Wait, I'm in last. Well, the next set is like 3 seconds away anyway, so it's fine. Watch, I'll somehow get copyright muted for this.
That's
But
why you gotta
Tyron,
save
game
the
music
ball.
is usually safe. Is this your first time?
Just gotta make sure you download the VOD quickly.
Yeah, from the jartcast
Was that
deleted
a loop
file.
point fuck up? That sounded like the initial hits went off like 7 times.
I haven't actually heard this song.
This is a weird time to bring up a confession, but I don't actually use loop points to make hard points by like editing and like splicing stuff out for all my tracks.
I used to use Sony Vegas to loop audio.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I use Sony Vegas for a bunch of shit, so.
It's crazy because Sony has a fucking audio editor called Acid that is literally just Vegas without all the video features and with like slightly less horrible VST support.
Oh my gosh.
I did all my looping with the old Wii.
I did all my looping in Brawl.
Okay, people are saying it's the All-Star Transform version of the song and it's intended to start like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because isn't there like a thing that happens in All Stars Racing where like it does like this repeating fade in at the beginning?
Yeah, I think so.
All of it.
So the one turn that I noticed like major craziness with regards to item choke points was the second to last, that little fake S-Pen type deal, where like because of the relatively narrow path through both of those little bends, like you obviously want to go straight because you don't have to turn, but the leeway you have to do that is approximately 1 pixel, And so any item interactions happening to anyone in that area just turn into a fucking mess. I think it fits with the theme. I think a little bit of chaos is, like, entirely thematically appropriate for this. But the second and second to last turns are both, like, I think they'll be polarizing. And we're all dead.
We are.
Yeah, it's fucking... It's, like, almost midnight for me.
Have you tried moving west?
I thought you said...
I mean, you
Try
were
blowing in the cartridge.
Midwest coast. The Midwest coast is not a coast. There's no...
Always has been.
Coasts do not exist.
Wait, it's all landlocked?
Wait, it's all flyover? Missouri boys! Travel restrictions everywhere, but not here somehow.
So there's one thing I do want to say about this map, and I do like the areas in which you're actually using the lights to help guide the turns. But in the Encore palette, you're actually missing a visual cue in the palette because it's
red, yellow, green,
affecting
green,
that
right?
turn. Yeah. And I feel like that would benefit from having the added color in there. It would help direction, but like, I don't know.
See, because I like the red, yellow, green, green more visually.
It is cleaner, but it also, to me, oh god.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that? I guess for what it's worth, I considered the road texture there, and yeah, it actually is a lot cleaner and it helps with the directioning, so I would keep that. Other than that, I don't have much else to say.
Yeah, I don't have much else.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking let everybody free, so y'all can go get some
Everyone
fucking
is
rest.
dead.
Since this is 3.5 hours, and I think this is probably, I'm gonna try to make this the last time this happens.
I mean, this is the OVA of Season 1, so you know.
Everybody go fucking take a break. I'm gonna go brainstorm how to fucking trim things down a little bit while still keeping critique as comprehensive as I can. For everybody who fucking stuck around for the entire 3.5 hours, appreciate you coming out. Please remember to thank...
I'm gonna go to Hydrocity and make a collection of GIFs.
Oh god.
Just remember that the RPG-7 has an effective range of over 250 meters.
Why was
What?
I kidding? What the fuck? Okay.
Now you do.
I am ready. I am super fucking ready to, like, tab into Card Crew General and see, like, 70 pings, all of them telling me to eat.
Why don't you go do that?
Alright, everybody get the fuck out of here. Give our fucking ensemble cast a hand and visit hue.cc/jartcast for the post-mortem. Thank you all. Good fucking night. It's pronounced GIF! Race car takes flight and jumps a fence.